Hey there, hey there. Welcome, welcome to the panel for today. Let me pop the link in. Hey, Leggy, Plasma, Kitty. What? Oh, no, I just go now that I'm doing a set time every day. I just go live at that time or a few minutes before, it really doesn't matter. Um, but I'll hit the live button at noon. And there's the link. Today's just going to be a straight up open panel. But I have noticed some things about the last few panels. I'm learning. I've been doing kind of this free form open panel format for a while now. And that's been going great. I really love it. That's my style. But I am learning that if I set a little bit of minimal constraints and guardrails on them, I can start to sculpt them more in a direction that I want them to go. So that's what I'm experimenting with and working on. And one of the things I've noticed lately is the amount of people that show up here drunk and are on things. And it really impacts the flow of the conversation. So I want people to show up here relatively sober. You can have a beer or a sip of wine or something. 420's fine, as long as it's not disruptive to the panel. And I want the conversations to be constructive. I want them to go somewhere or have some value. I want viewers to be able to come to them later that aren't there for the live and watch them and still get something out of it. So I'm going to try that today. Hang on, I'm still tweaking things, getting things set up. And then I will go over some tweets. I have a video I can play if there's no until we get a panel. Let me check comments. Abe, good to see you. I'm timely. You can set your day. You're on West Coast, I believe. You can set your day at noon every day, 7 days a week. I'll be here. Leggy.
Hello.
What's up? Happy
I may
Sunday.
be a wee bit intoxicated.
You may be what?
Drunk. No, I'm just
Oh, you
kidding.
may be a wee bit drunk already?
I'm just kidding. I'm
Oh,
kidding.
okay.
I'm kidding.
Well,
I was trolling you, Jeff. I'm trolling you.
you're in Maine. Don't y'all have to kind of stay drunk there
Well, well, some people.
to
I'm just a
survive?
420 guy. I'm
Oh,
not a.
yeah.
I'm not really an alcohol guy. You
That's
are.
fine. It's just more as long as it's not
I
disruptive
know
to
what
the
you
panel.
mean. I know what you mean.
As much as I
Anyway,
enjoyed the
I pop up because I just have a quick minute and I have a question for you.
okay.
All right, Discord. Can you Can you share? Whoa, whoa, hey, I'm Bob. Can you share like when you do watch parties, right? Can't you share like whatever you're watching? Can't you share it through it through Discord?
Yeah, I can't. You mean like the stream?
Yeah. So like on Discord, like do movie or whatever. Like say like a movie comes out and everybody wants to watch it type shit, and
Yeah,
you
like the
put it
new
up there.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, the new Beetlejuice or the new. Well, I mean, it's been out for a while, but uh, fucking uh, uh, Wolverine and Deadpool. There, you know. I just
I
curious.
have a movie channel. Anybody can use it to share whatever they want, and I've been using it. Like I'm in there all
Well,
the
I know. I
time
mean, I
watching
was in
things,
there the other
or
day
we have a group that
watching
watches some of the TV shows together.
before the election. I was in there watching a bunch of shit, hoping somebody would pop in, but nobody
Oh,
popped in.
I didn't even
But
see you.
Yeah, I was in there like watching a bunch of like
There's also a
videos.
movie announcement channel, so if you go in the movie channel, you could put something in the announcements and let
You know,
everybody know
well, I
that
don't
you'll be
fucking
in
know.
there and what you're
Look, I
watching.
don't know how this shit works, man. I fucking
Well, we can teach you and get you up to speed. So, but you do know how to use the movie channel, right? You've been using it.
yeah.
And okay,
But what
yeah,
I'm saying is like, so I guess like if I'm watching it on my phone though, I should be able to share it through Discord, right?
yeah. You have to be in the movie channel, which is a voice channel,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it'll take you to like a little chat room. You'll see your name on the screen, and then there's a button at the bottom that says share your screen. So whatever you're watching on your phone, be careful though because it'll share. If there's stuff on your screen you don't want people to see, make sure you have that closed. And so, like, say you're watching Beetlejuice, you just hit share screen, and it'll pull up the Beetlejuice movie, and then other people in the chat can click it and watch the same thing you're watching. Now, the one thing we do is we stay muted during movies because sometimes there's an echo if we don't. But we have the text chat that we can use and
Yeah,
chat
yeah,
during
yeah.
the movie.
I got you. I
Okay.
get you.
Did it? Did you get what you wanted to know?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. I just yeah. Anybody can. I mean, don't show porn or anything that's gonna get my Discord shut down. I'm trusting you all to.
What? I thought Discord though was a little bit different, isn't it? As long as it's well, you have to have it set for that, don't you? The adult only content or N whatever the fuck it
I
is,
don't
the
know. We've
NSFW.
watched some pretty risque movies in there that I don't think there's anything stopping anyone from showing porn. All it does is it shows
I
whatever
mean,
you
I
have
have
on your
no
screen.
intentions of watching porn in there. I'm just saying, like, I really think you could though if you wanted
Yeah,
to.
you definitely could. There's no controls on it. It's whatever the person has on their screen that they're sharing to the Discord chat. So if they
Yeah,
have porn on their screen, it's going to share that. It doesn't distinguish between
yeah.
content.
That's what I'm saying. Like it, because it's a technically Discord's like a is a service and a place where you can the user creates the service. So
Yeah, to me, it's more of a platform, or at least
yeah,
that's how I've been using it. Discord itself doesn't control me there's no moderators from Discord in the chat. It's just my own little space. The only people in it are the people that are members of this community. So we have to self monitor. I've never had a problem on Discord so far. I've never gotten any kind of notice from Discord telling me to stop doing whatever I'm doing.
hold on, hold on. I see Andre the Giant is in the chat. I don't know who Andre the Giant is, but let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something. Back at WrestleMania 3 when I took that no good stinking giant and I pressed him up over my head and I slammed him and beat him with his 21-inch python.
The Python.
What you gonna do, brother?
Is
What
that how
you
he
gonna do?
talks? Or used to talk, rather?
Yeah, yeah. Hulk Hogan beat Andre the Giant WrestleMania 3. He slammed him. WWE storyline. It was like the first time Andre had ever been beaten or slammed.
Oh.
Type shit when really Hogan and first time Hogan him ever faced. Even though like they could get away with it back then because well, internet didn't exist.
Oh, to point out how fake it all is.
But yeah, that was Hulk Hogan. That was my very poor impression of Hulk Hogan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it didn't sound like the little bit I know of Andre. He was in the Princess Bride, I believe.
Yeah, yeah, he was.
Kitty Joe Joe that hangs out here was a Reddit mod. He modded the IDW Reddit for a while. Believe it or not, I have not had the need for a Discord mod yet because there's actually not anything to mod. Everybody in there is pretty respectful of the space and behaving. I haven't had any issues with anything so far. Like there's no trolls in the Discord that I can
Oh,
see.
there's trolls in Discord.
Not in mine, not so far.
Well, I'm just saying, not in yours per se.
But I haven't had
But
to do anything special to make it that way. So when the trolls start showing up, there might be a need for that. My style of doing things is I keep things very open. I like as little. I'm not a rules person, and then when something crops up and there's a need for a rule, then I implement it. But until that happens, I just see what people do on their own with the space, and so far they've been not doing anything objectionable.
holy
Yeah,
fuck!
I've
I
had
tell
to
you
leave
what.
many discords and communities because of the mod, the heavy-handedness of the mods. I tell the story. I recently got kicked out of the satanic group. There's a local group of Satanists that I joined, and they meet on Discord, and I got banned and kicked from that group for.
Were you two? Were you two hey guys for him?
I think it was no, they're more hate guys than me. I think it was my political opinions.
Oh,
I was
oh,
challenging some of their narratives about Christians and people on the right, and they're leftists, so they don't like to be challenged. They'd rather shut down speech than
yeah.
like
Fuck people like that.
have their ideas battle it out in the marketplace.
Look, like this is how I put it. This is America. You should be able to tell anybody anything and fucking let it just kind of like bounce off to a certain extent.
That's a
You
Gen
know what
X
I
thing.
mean?
Yes,
But
that's
like,
a Gen X thing though. Millennials they don't have that psychology. I know, Kitty. I left Benjamin Boyce's community because you were modding me one day. I said, "Fuck this. I'm not staying in any community where they time me out." So I'm. That's why when I time people out and they leave the community, I totally understand. Like I don't fight them or anything because I'm the
yeah,
same way. I don't care who you are. If you're gonna time me out without having a conversation with me first, we're done.
you know, since I've been on YouTube, there was one time I got blocked on a channel and I caught a hair across my ass about it. One time because it was very fucking ignorant shit of why I got blocked.
It
So like.
usually is.
So like I was like, you know what? If you want to take that fucking low life fucking side, because I'm, and we're not talking about the same locale that you may think I am. I'm talking about a different locale. I'm like, if you want to say just because I said this locale is slow and called him the slow one, and then I'll get all butthurt because apparently you guys are ass buddies. Then fuck. I mean,
This was in a chat or on a panel,
well, this was in fucking YouTube, fucking.
but it was in the chat, the comment chat, or
Yeah, yeah, it was in the comment. Yeah, yeah.
does timing out really mean get out? For me, I can only speak for me. Other channels use it in different ways, and there's different amounts you can time people out. Like you can time them out for an hour, a day, etc. I time out for I don't know what I do it through StreamYard, so I don't know what the StreamYard default is.
StreamYard, though, if you do it through StreamYard, I think it permanently bans them, though. Blocks them if you do it through
Well, there
StreamYard.
is a ban option, but there's also a timeout option. And if you do the timeout option, I think it's like maybe 15 minutes. I don't know what. It's not very long because they always seem to come back pretty quickly. So the timeout for me is just it. Normally, I ban. Like if you're here causing trouble, you're probably not going to last long anyway. So I have no problem bringing the hammer down on you from the start. The timeout is like a courtesy to give you one little chance. I don't do three strikes. I don't think adults need to be told three times how to conduct themselves in civilized society. So the timing is more just like a little warning of you're this close to getting banned. And I do it for like 10 or 15 minutes. And then usually, probably 8 times out of 10, they end up getting banned anyway. And my mods have permission to and if you've timed them out in the past, you don't have to time them out every time. If you timed them out last week and they're still in here causing trouble, just ban them. Oh, StreamYard is 10 seconds now? And it's more of a warning. It's less about the amount of time, and it's just a way to say, check yourself. You're coming up to that edge. And
But
if you want to stay in the community, this is my way to communicate that
there is a
you're
fine
reaching that.
line between just because you don't like what somebody says versus it being ignorant. No, you know,
I do it because they're violating the few guidelines I've set here, which is personal attacks, malice, Don't instigate drama. Don't come back. This is not the play. This is we have drama court, and you have to pay for it.
Well, I know,
So
but
if you're
like,
up here to
but if
confront
I'm like,
people about stuff that happened on other channels for free, you're stealing from me and my drama court. So that gets timed out too.
but if I
This is
Jeff,
not the
but
place
Jeff,
for
I got
that.
a question. So if I go, Jeff, stop being fucking a moron and just fucking hear the facts, right? If I say something like that, does
Yeah,
that?
you can say that. You can
Okay,
call
okay,
me a moron.
okay. I just wanted to ask.
People can confront me because it's I'm the channel host. So if they have feedback or criticism from me, that's fine. Unless it's like something really specific that I think would be more appropriate for drama court. But it's when they do it to other panelists. When panelists are on here and they bring their grievances from other channels into the conversations I'm trying to have here and hijack it for their agenda or their purposes. That's what I'm trying to cut out.
Oh, I get that. And so far, I think I'm the only one that's paid any money for drama court.
Yeah, you have. And
And it wasn't
Kane
even my.
Kane the
And
other
I didn't
day.
even bring the drama here that day.
Well, you do troll sometimes. That's a known fact.
Sometimes. Like right now, this is technically a troll, but this is a funny troll.
Are you trolling me?
No,
Oh, yeah.
no.
See, I didn't even.
Just picture it. Because I called Zach
Oh, you know
Bob
what?
Burgers.
That's why I magnified it because I don't even know who that is. So
That's
I was trying
Bob
to
from
see.
Bob Burgers. Hey, I told Zach he sounds like Bob and looks like Bob. He
Oh, so
really
it's a
does.
troll on
If
Zat.
Yeah, but
Do you
Zach,
plan it ahead of time, like before you go on panels? Like, who am I going to troll today?
no, I have
Oh,
it. I have like this whole list of shit. This is my look. I got two trolls for you, Jeff. This is my two trolls for you. I'll even show you. I
all
got this
right.
one.
Ah,
I got this one for you, and then I got this one.
what's how? Oh, because is it because of Skittles?
Well, because it's rainbow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't even see that. Would have been totally lost on me.
See,
I like it actually. It reminds me of the turkeys we used to make in
and we all know
school with the
what this
paper
is. We
plates.
all know
Yeah,
who
we
this
know
is a
about that
troll.
troll, and that
And
would.
this one here is that Kane, not Kane Corso mum, but the other Kane, the male Kane.
Cane catharsis.
Yeah, I tell him. So this dude here just got arrested for this guy's name's Dylan, right? And he just got arrested or whatever. And I told him, I go, Kane, you look like this dude right here.
Oh,
So when I go on Kane's panel, this is usually my avatar for his panel.
well, we need some kind of leggy troll then. Let me see if I can find something.
Oh, there's been all kinds of trolls. Fucking someone made a fucking me as Aquaman fighting a blue lobster. Uh,
Yeah, I figured it'd be something over lobsters.
all kinds of shit.
Maybe if there's one like a lobster Little Mermaid thing.
You know the sad part is Jacob Knowles. He's the big time fisherman from Maine here. That's on YouTube. He actually got paid from Aquaman from Warner Brothers. He actually got paid to do that fucking Aquaman skit that he did.
I don't know him.
Yeah, Jacob Knowles. He's a fisherman from Maine. Like he's fucking
Oh,
like
you told me about him. He's like the big
yeah,
lobster guy.
yeah. Like he's the big YouTube star, like lobster star from Maine. Like I didn't even see when I started my channel though. I didn't even know fucking he and my other channel. I didn't even know he existed. This channel here, I've kind of dropped the ball on. And really haven't uploaded anything. But the other one, fucking yeah, I didn't even know he existed. And then people were like, "Hey, do you know this guy?" And then I was like, "Well, yeah, I know Jacob, but I didn't know he had a YouTube channel."
So yours was mostly lobster content.
Well, my videos, not my live. Well, my live, some of my lives are me hauling, but. I don't know. I try doing everything. Like I think the best live I had on my other channel, it was called like Spicy Thursday or Spicy Talk Thursday or something like that, and it was quite a wild talk. We had like LaPuffy up there. LaPuffy showed like her bag of toys and tricks and patty tricks and whatever else
Oh, I
bag
didn't
that
know if
she
she
had
had
in
all
that
that.
bag. And fucking then you had fucking I think you had there was all kinds of women up on that panel that day fucking talking. talking about their fucking kinks and shit. It was a good
Oh,
panel.
yeah, was not aware. I think that's healthy. We need more kink panels.
Look, look, this was my biggest piece of advice to men. Men, don't be afraid to go down and give it a little tongue poke. Yum, yum, yum.
Okay, I will let my viewers do with that what they will. You heard it here, folks. Advice from the Lobster Man. Yeah, I think it's healthy to indulge our
Yo,
sexuality.
Ricardo! Sunshine! Hey!
So is this sober leggy?
Yeah, I am
I'm
sober. I
predicting
am sober.
sativa, very strong sativa.
I just lit a joint, actually. First one of the day. Well,
Oh.
blunt. Well, second one of the day, I guess, because I smoked one
Hmm.
before I went to work this morning.
Oh, you went out this morning.
Yeah, it fucking got snotty quick. We hauled 12 trawls, and at trawl number 9, we probably should have left at 9, but we pushed it for another 3 trawls, and I tell you what, it was quite a snotty ride in. He lost his power steering belt on the boat, so he fucking had to. Well, that was fucking awesome.
Wow, I wish we could talk you into that video game. You'd be so perfect for it.
I mean, look, like, can I play it on my phone? If I can play it on my phone, I'm golden.
I don't
If
know,
not,
probably
I'm
not.
not.
There's a lot of you control it with your keyboard. There's a lot of keyboard maneuvers.
Yeah, so, like, I would have to use my kid's laptop.
But we're in a submarine and we all
Well, if
have
you
to
got any
do our part
questions,
to
ask me.
navigate it
I'll
and
tell you what to do.
kill the creatures.
I tell you what to do. Oh wait, a submarine? Wait, I don't know nothing about a fucking submarine. Never
Yeah,
been
but
in.
you know about being at sea.
Well, kind of. I mean, I guess it depends on what we're doing here.
We're fighting creatures and trying to do missions like
Well,
deliver
I mean, I can.
cargo.
I mean, I'm pretty confident I could peg someone between their eyes from 1,200 yards. I'm pretty
That would
confident I
help.
could do it.
That's easy. I'm still learning. I'm
But I don't know about a video game. I'm talking about real life.
Oh yeah. That's my barrier too. I have real life skills and the video game is a poor
Although
facsimile.
I say that, but shooting's one of them skills where if you don't shoot consistently, you kind of lose it. And I don't shoot only really around hunting season do I ever shoot. So like, I guess I guess maybe when I say 1,200 yards, I probably can't really do that anymore. But at one point, I could do that.
Hey,
Well,
Jeff.
shooting in the video game is figuring out where to position your mouse and when to click it really. Joe, how are you feeling?
Mostly better. I'd say the pretty mild congestion right now.
You seem better.
So
What's your shirt say?
it says "Whoa Nitro." It's a Starbucks shirt. I got it when
Oh,
I moved there.
whoa.
So
Nitro.
yeah, I was promoting the Nitro cold brew.
Yeah, I remember that.
Starbucks, fucking that's the nastiest fucking coffee out there. I will never buy a Starbucks coffee ever again.
Do they even have it in Maine where you are? You
Yeah,
don't seem like you come from a Starbucks
yeah,
part
we
of the
get.
country.
Yeah, we have Starbucks.
Do
I
they
mean, it's
let you
not as
in?
popular as like Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons, but
I thought that was Canadian. Tim Hortons is invading the U.S. now? That's concerning.
dude,
Whoa,
fucking
that was
Tim.
it.
Dude, you realize Burger King and Tim Hortons is the same company, right?
No.
Yeah, Burger King bought Tim Hortons and
From
moved
There's
Canada?
a
everything to Canada.
there's a
Yeah.
holding company called like what is it? It's Restaurant Service International. And they have Burger King and Popeyes and I think Tim Hortons. Also, Jeff, remember when I was telling you about activist investing and I told you about
Yeah.
how Wendy's used to own a small Tim Hortons was it. That was it. That was the thing Bill Ackman said needed to be spun off for cash. And then they just
I think
focused on
So
food.
was it
McDonald's, if I'm
originally a
not
U.S.
mistaken,
company? How
McDonald's
did it
owns
end up
No,
Canadian?
oh
Wendy's probably bought out Tim Hortons
no,
so they
not
could have
Wendy's,
exposure to
Burger
Canada.
King,
Okay, let
Burger
me
King,
pull up Wikipedia. I gotta
Burger
figure out
King.
this Tim Hortons.
No, Wendy's had
Bur-
Tim Hortons like 20 years ago.
Oh,
As an
I'm telling you
American
though,
company or a Canadian company?
Burger King owns Tim Hortons now though, and
It
they
was
did it.
founded by guess who it was founded by? A guy named Tim Horton,
Who would have
who
thunk?
played in the National Hockey League back in 1949. It was founded in '64 in Hamilton, Ontario. So it was originally a Canadian company.
It is a
Somehow it
Canadian.
ended up in this Wendy's conglomerate.
No, no, I don't. Well, I don't know. I've never heard about Wendy's. I just know Burger King owns it now,
In
and they moved it.
1992, the owner of all the Tim Hortons and Wendy's restaurants in Prince Edward Island decided to open new franchise outlets with both brands in the same building. So
Oh, so that's just a guy that owns. He owns franchises. So he owns both franchises and just had them in the fucking same building.
So
I'm
Wendy's
just trying to
actually
figure out
did
how they
own
ended up in the
Tim
United
Hortons.
States.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
But
Tim Hortons has been in Maine for fucking, especially like
yeah.
northern Maine, fucking ever.
So Restaurant Brands International owns Tim Hortons now, and they are the holding company that also owns Burger King, Popeyes, Firehouse Subs, and Carol's Restaurant Group.
Popeyes now?
Whoa!
Popeyes. I miss some good old
This
Popeyes.
coffee was so hot, I've got steam coming out of my breath.
Oh
I
no.
miss those fucking Carl's Juniors. That's what I fucking missed. Or a fucking Whataburger. Or a
You
Jack
miss
in the Box.
Whataburger?
Like, I miss all that fucking shit.
Oh, okay.
You can't see my breath
But
by
definitely
stream, I
miss
don't
a
think.
Whataburger. Have you ever had a Whataburger?
Oh yeah, we have them back home. That's like the chain nobody ever goes to. You see like
Really?
2 or 3 cars a day drive
Dude,
through
I
that
love
Yeah.
Whataburgers.
window.
When I was in Texas, I was there all the fucking time. They're in Carl's Jr., man.
I think only Hardee's maybe had less
Is Pondering
business.
Soul trying to pick a
Troll you?
fight?
See, isn't
Does
Hardee's
Joe take
and
his coffee with soy milk? Who the
I
fuck
think
do
isn't
that
you
was a
think I am?
diss.
isn't
That's
Hardee's
right.
and Carl Jr. Isn't it the same
You
fucking?
know
It's
what?
the
It might
same
be. I think
restaurant, right?
Carl's Jr. is like the West Coast version of Hardee's.
Well, no, because Carl's Jr. They have them down south and shit. Because
Uh,
Oh,
well,
some reason
Carl,
I
the
feel like
Carl
they would.
Company, Carl Karcher in 1997 acquired Hardee's. So,
but
you know,
more
these companies
seriously,
are
Pondering
constantly
Soul.
like trading each other.
So when I was a kid and I lived out in North Carolina, there was a gas station, and then right beside it there was a fucking Carl's Jr. And I used to go pump gas for people, right, when I was a kid. Just in so I got $5 that you because $5 you get a 3-piece meal, the mashed potatoes, and a drink, right? And I used to and I think if I'm memory serves,
Mashed
and I had
potatoes with
enough
a
for a
burger.
snack, like whatever the fuck they had, like a dessert, whatever, like a cookie or whatever the fuck they had, right? Pretty sure for all for $5, maybe six.
So a hamburger, mashed potatoes, and a cookie, that's a
No,
strange
not a
combination.
hamburger. Not from Carl's Jr.
Jeff, you're a
Carl's
strange
Jr. was chicken.
combination.
That
I
was
know,
chicken.
but I'm not mainstream either. I'm not a mainstream
But anyway,
franchise.
I want to answer Pondering Soul. So I actually don't like soy milk. I've always thought it was stupid that it's even around. I remember um when my sister moved here, because she grew up in California, her fridge would have like almond milk and soy milk in it, and I'd be like,
Hmm.
"What the fuck
I
is my
love soy milk.
Californian sister doing here?" Oh, so you fit in with Seattle just fine. There we
It
go.
tastes so much better. I don't like cow milk at all. Soy milk tastes so much better.
What?
Yeah, I would usually get
Oh,
non-fat milk in my stuff. That's I
I'd
think what
rather have
I've gotten
almond milk
non-fat
than
the
soy
most.
milk.
I
No, he
sound like a
didn't
vote.
vote at all.
Yeah, I didn't
Who,
vote.
who didn't vote?
I didn't
Why?
because I'm a
Even I voted
non-politan.
this year.
Yeah, I'm a
He's
non-politan.
apolitical.
Well, I mean, I'm not political. Like I'm a non-affiliated person, but I still voted in a state that our vote didn't even matter
Well,
anyways. They
aren't
gave
you
it to
just
Kamala.
better?
Oh! I never explained this troll. This troll right here, my coffee cup. Right? I'll let y'all figure
That's a
out.
coffee cup. Isn't that Bob?
No, it's not Bob.
Oh,
What? I thought I.
I thought it was Bob Big Burger, Big Boy.
No, no, no. Bob Berg. Jesus Christ. Jeff, keep up.
Well, I'm trying to. I don't feel that bad that I don't know all this pop culture shit that's not even from my generation. Didn't you say that was Bob Burgers? Could we looked it up
No,
one
not
day?
this guy.
Well, then who the fuck is that guy? Just tell
This is
me.
the Slim Jim guy. See, Slim Jim guy. It's my coffee cup.
What?
Yeah, see, Slim Jim guy.
This is the first time knowing, hearing that it's the Slim Jim
Whoa,
guy.
so that's what that is.
The Slim Jim guy.
Oh, okay.
See?
Yeah, no, that's new. That's a new one to me.
He's
Hello,
this
Waffle.
is the guy that come in after like, so this would have been like after Randy Savage kind of like got done with doing the Slim Jim shit. This was the character they come up with afterwards. Slim Jim head or whatever.
We move in completely different circles. I didn't know any of these people, and I used to love Slim Jims.
Yeah, dude, this used to have the big fucking like big Slim Jims in it, right? Look at the like the big ones, the big mega
Yeah,
supercharger, right?
the
Like, look, it still has the price on them. Look, you see that? 69 cents.
Well, how old is
Wow.
this thing?
Uh, let's see.
You drink your coffee out of it?
Slim Jim is a registered trademark of GFI Holdings. Slim Jim
Step into a
Gang.
Slim Jim. Is that the one? The wrestler? Yeah, I remember him.
Well, yeah, that was Randy Savage that did originally, and then this guy come in after Savage got done or
I don't
died or
remember
whatever.
that guy at all. I guess
Yeah.
Savage was a tough act to compete with.
Oh, I mean, that's why they brought him back. That's why you see them classic. So yeah.
Death on a stick. That's what they call him.
Oh, Notlaw still has a wrench, I see.
Yeah, I'm trusting him with the wrench, and so far
I haven't
I haven't
watched
had
him in
any
30
I
problems.
think
years.
if Notlaws wanted to be evil, he would have done like the other people who like to cause trouble in chats by now. He's like you. He just spurgs out a bit over his leftism.
Yeah,
That's all that is.
more or less.
I bet he's in his own chair. He's like, you're drinking the fucking Kool-Aid. You and all you Trumpers. You know?
But notice where he hangs out all day long. Like
Yeah, I know.
notice his hangout of choice.
Look, all I know is that there's a reason why Trump won not only the electoral college but the fucking popular vote in fucking great fashion. There's a
And he
reason.
won the
He's builder.
Mexicans, the
He's
American
builder.
Indians, the women. He won the
The Puerto
women.
Ricans, right?
Can you
Everybody,
believe that? He won the women.
like, come on, man. Like, they're like, oh, that joke. See, you see how they try to grasp onto straws and try to fucking anything
Well,
to
they have
stand
a
out up there to
narrative
get
that
grasp for air.
it's what's it called? When you have the cognitive dissonance and it challenges your narrative, and your brain has a tendency to keep the existing narrative going because it's under challenge from a competing narrative. That's what's happening, and so they're doubling down and entrenching on their
Dude,
whatever
I,
narrative they've adopted that keeps their inner world going.
Dude, I just can't get over my mother-in-law. Like, she messaged my wife and was like, "A vote for Trump puts not only your life in danger, but your daughter's life's in
Yeah,
danger," or something to
she's a
that effect.
hysteric.
I'm just like, "What?" I was like, "You realize?" Like, you're talking about. She was talking about the abortion thing, and I'm like, "You realize he left it up to the state." So
Right. There's very little that unless Congress wants to enact a law or something. It's much
Well, the
harder now for
biggest
the
issue
federal
is you
level to
had
do anything
you
about
had
it.
that Roe versus Wade or whatever the fuck it was, right? That got overturned where there was a federal ban on it, but then you got left up to the states. Well, okay, so you have states that saying that after this date, right? That you can no longer uh eligible for a fucking abortion, but yet you still have people freaking the fuck out. Well, we should be able to have them. They're saying you can up until this point. Like, they're trying to keep people that are 5, 6 months fucking pregnant from or 8 months pregnant all of a sudden being like, nah, I don't want this kid. Let's get rid of it. Like, that's the whole point of this. Or these fucking whores that's out
Well,
there.
those are the abortion extremists because
Like,
most
you know what I
people
mean? Or
agree
you
on
got the
reasonable
fucking
term
them
limits.
whores out there that are fucking every Tom, Dick, and Harry out there getting knocked up by them,
Yeah,
and then
and
wanting to
that
fucking
has
get.
always perplexed me about the abortion issue because women don't just randomly end up pregnant.
Well, I mean,
There's
I know that. That's what I'm saying. They're out there with every.
it overlooks the agency that women have, and I think women gain an advantage from downplaying the actual amount of agency that they have, and I think the abortion issue is one example of it.
And it does actually happen. There is plenty of fucking prostitutes out there that will fucking do anything and anything not to have a fucking kid. So that is actually really a thing. Just to fill the record, uh, there is women that do have multiple. I'm not saying that's a high rate. I'm not saying that, but there is women that do and
Like to
would
me,
have
women
multiple.
know the risk; they have a responsibility to
That's what I'm
mitigate
saying.
their
But
risk, and if
but
they're
my
not
point
doing
is,
that,
I remember I
when
saw
women
this
say
crazy
men don't
video.
have a choice, all right, I'm sorry, but if you're with a man that's a good man, I'm not talking about a piece of shit man, but if you're with somebody that's a good man that you know will take care of this kid and all this shit, like, and you're married to, because there's women that are married or engaged to a man that will do it, right? And it just makes me feel like when they say the man has no rights to it, it's like, well, what about his feelings though? Like he's
yeah,
as
no,
much
I agree.
invested,
That's
he's as
another
much
part of the
invested
issue.
in this. Because like, right, so since I've been with my wife, she got pregnant and then had a miscarriage, and then we had finally had our daughter. Well, dude, like, yes, it affected my wife differently, but it still affected me when she had that
Yeah,
miscarriage the first time. Like, you know what I
yeah.
mean? Because like I was excited for it. And then I see that happen. I see the pain she went through. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, yes, it didn't, like, you know what I mean? Like, as a father, like, and her husband and
Oh
shit, it
my
was one of
God,
the
Joe
things where,
just yeah, I agree. The fault there's it takes two to make a baby, so there's two stakeholders in the thing, and then the baby itself, so that's three. It's I don't know why it defaults to the woman having sole power over the whole situation, where there are three stakeholders. Joe
so,
just sent me this link about a I don't even know if I'm gonna even attempt to watch it, but I posted it for you guys. A trans woman who wants a uterus transplant so that she can have an abortion. I guess she wants the spiritual experience of having an abortion.
how can you have a uterus transplant? Like, that's even
Oh, I'm
possible.
sure they'll find a way.
So you're saying, well, I mean, I guess it's a organ, right?
I don't know
Right?
what it is. I don't know if it's an
The
organ, but it's a body
You should
part.
play the video. It's only like 30 seconds.
I don't know if I want that. If I want that, I
Yeah.
want to vet it first. But
Anyways,
what were
back.
you gonna say? You had something you wanted to say about the issue.
Oh,
I was gonna say that. Um,
Oh,
yeah.
well, let me take a look at it. Plus, it's Sky News Australia. You think they'll copyright me? What's a
Anonymous phone.
dinosaur
What's my
protest?
silence is a yes to what? What he said. I definitely think the silence is a yes. It's a yes to what? You tell me.
Oh my God, ovaries and eggs included. Yeah, I think I will play it. All right. Um, I guess trigger warning, maybe. Cringe warning for sure.
Cringe.
And I've saved the worst for last.
What's
Here
a
is a trans
dinosaur
activist
protest?
desperate to get a uterus transplant, not because they want to give birth, but because they want to get an abortion.
Trans woman to have a successful uterus transplant, ovaries and eggs included. And I want to be the first trans woman to have an abortion.
They sound American.
Of course, only in
Yeah,
America,
this is
right?
just pushing envelope, pushing norms, seeing what's possible, etc. This is. I'm so glad the election went the way it did. Well, not laws. I just played the clip. People can make their own conclusions from it. Do you think the person in the clip was lying, or is this just for attention? They don't really mean that they want the transplant, ovaries and eggs included,
I
just
saw
so
I
they can
saw
have an
another clip
abortion.
of a different trans woman saying the same thing, and this was like someone on their phone, a person having a meltdown in public. They were saying like, "I want to have a full transition. I want to get pregnant, so I can have an abortion." They were like having a complete like breakdown.
Well, the context was provided by the channel, not by me. So you make of it what you will. All I did was play the clip Joe requested me to play. You don't have to make more of a thing of it than actually it was.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty goddamn idiotic. They want to get an organ put into them, and then get it to, if the miracle happens that he gets pregnant, which I don't think they would, then they want to kill it right away. See, that's just fucking
Well,
ignorant.
yeah, I go. Well, not laws.
Crazy.
At least I'm glad you at least agree it's dumb. Busker,
Yeah.
we did it, dude.
What do we do?
Tuesday,
Tuesday.
last Tuesday.
Yeah, in all fairness, like that's like one person, right? Like even other trans women might think that guy is weird. So
Yeah, hopefully they do.
Yeah.
But there is a fringe on the left that I imagine
hopefully they
that
do.
gets a
And
lot of
yet,
clout for something like
every
that.
time we think something is too crazy, 5 years later, it's like a new norm,
Right.
Like so, like I can't. I'm waiting for people to get arrested for eating bacon. I'm waiting for that day to come.
Shit.
Oh, that's crazy, Joe. That'll never happen. I mean, what the fuck won't happen? Look what
I don't
happened
think
fucking
it'll happen
Tuesday.
now. I'm a little
Look
less
what
worried
happened
it's gonna happen.
Tuesday. If you told me in 6th grade during season 1 of The Apprentice, and that's when I learned who Donald Trump was, and everyone was oohing and awing over the show, that man would have been not only the fucking president, but that he would lose and then win again in the most amazing political comeback in the electoral history of the country. I would have been like, are you fucking crazy?
I
If
know
you had
it's
told me that in 2019, in a year, everybody will think that they are an expert on virology after 2 weeks of internet searches, and they will think you're stupid if you don't agree with them, I would have said, what are you talking about? That's crazy. And then a year later, that's exactly what fucking happened. So things are crazy.
yeah. You just have to
Living-
roll with it. There's no way to predict.
The crazy thing was the COVID. It's literally it was a coin flip. You just said it was like yes, no, yes, lockdown, no lockdown, yes, vax, no vax. Everything's yes, no. You had a 50% chance of being right, basically. And it's like, and people chose what they did based on partisan things. And then
Well, it made
some people,
sense to me in the beginning because it was a new virus. It was an unknown virus,
Yeah.
so it made sense to be cautious. But at some point, the timeline of that caution
but yes, but like
got
people,
extended.
most people made up their minds like right away on things, and it's like they were experts, like they knew this shit.
Well,
And
remember
then
12 days to flatten the curve. Remember that shit? The curve or whatever. 12 days.
see,
That's what they
this
said
is
right
it
away.
right here. This is it right here. Yeah, it's like people thought they were experts right away, and no one was willing to say, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. Everyone had
But
their
we
minds
also
made up.
like most of us don't have to be experts to know how viruses work. We have experiences with plenty of other kind of viruses,
There's that.
and the risk they have to humans and how to mitigate those risks. So it wasn't like an alien invasion. A virus was something we already had experience with. Stay away from other people. Try not to catch it. Wash your hands, etc., etc. That was just basic wisdom for any virus.
And then magically, it was all everywhere, all together, all at once. Wasn't that magic?
But yeah, that's the weird shit today is you don't know what's gonna happen.
But
You can't predict anything.
it's kind of always been that way. Like I don't know, my growing up Gen X, it's always been that way to me. We were a very chaotic generation. Like nothing was predictable. Nothing in my life has ever been predictable. So to me, it's not a feature of the modern world. Maybe social media is amplifying that
Yeah, but
sense.
like some things are kind of something unpredictable things are still kind of normal. Like the Great Recession, we have recessions, right? That happens, right? They don't happen often, but we know that they happen. There's some defect in the economy we overlook for a long time. It builds a bubble on it, and then it collapses, right? That's not too unusual. That's happened multiple times. But like we're living life like it's the script of a movie now, almost.
Right?
So
What movie? If we are, it's a Gen X movie, I guarantee.
it must be. I mean, Trump got elected by Gen X, right?
Right. This is the Gen X. This is the Gen X era of history. I'm telling you, Gen X is. We should be the leaders in this era. This is our era to lead on,
Look
and
at
I'm
the
gonna
video
own
stuff. He
that.
says, Joe is going mad hiding his Trump support. He thinks
Well, I
it's
will have to
supposed
say
to Trump.
the virus, whatever you call it, seems to have done you good because you are back in full force.
Mhm.
I'd rather have Trump in there than Kamala any day.
Oh, me too. I feel
Yeah.
much better already.
Yeah. I mean, I woke up and didn't know who got the. I was up all night watching the states being taken by whatever turning red, and man, I saw more and more red states that were turning. Blue states turning red, and I went to sleep. I was like, well, whatever happens, happen. I woke up and I found out he won, and I was
Swept.
it felt. I swear to God, it felt like I don't know why, but it felt like Christmas, like when I was a kid, like waking up to Christmas. I've never had that feel ever again. I haven't had that since I was a kid, so I don't know why I had that feeling.
It makes sense to me. I think a lot of us had it. This is a new. It really feels like we entered a new era. There's a lot of positive momentum. I feel a
Jeff,
lot more support and validation for my norms and my vision for America.
Did you hear
Jeff, you saw
Trump's?
the.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna ask you saw the data showing that um, Trump had the largest concentrations of support among Gen X than
Yeah,
the
yeah.
other.
The only generation
Yeah.
that did
So
that the
does that
support he
make you
had
feel
higher
like
support. All the other generations broke for Harris.
does that make you feel like your generation finally got its election, its win?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like I feel like I'm getting validation for everything I've been saying over and over. And another example is the FEMA thing. I almost did an episode today on DEI and FEMA because that FEMA head
Oh,
had a whole DEI
be right back.
plan that she instituted, and now we see the impacts of the consequences of that in FEMA too. So everything I've been saying that people have been gaslighting over me, saying it's not happening, you're exaggerating the danger, I am being validated left and right over and over and over since this election. So I
Hey,
just need to sit back and take the W's and just let them keep coming in.
did you hear Trump's latest move?
I saw the one about the Department of Education.
Well, New York, he wants to send all the New York illegals back to Texas. I shit you not.
Oh,
I
to
shit you.
Texas, not to Mexico. Hey, Moose, by the way.
No, he's sending them to
What's
Texas.
going on?
Well, but here's the thing you got to know about Trump. Trump talks a lot of stuff out of his mouth. When he actually tries to implement it, the on the ground picture is going to be a lot different. So you have to take what he says and then calculate it against what's actually possible to get done.
In
Because
other words,
Trump's a dreamer. He's going to throw out all these plans and dreams that he thinks he's going to be able to pull off.
you take it with a grain of salt, like the wall, like all that
Yeah,
kind of.
all of that stuff. So, and then
Jeff,
his
did you see
people are
that?
going to come in and say, okay, well, actually, this is the only thing you can actually do, and you have to do it this way instead of the way you said. So just take it as a rough guidepost to a direction they're going to aim in, and then the people that are actually going to get it implemented are going to come and modify it to reality.
Jeff, would you say that when Trump is like in front of a camera or in front of a crowd, that he does his own version of like spurging out for the crowd?
I don't know if I call it spurging. That word, I'm starting to think that word gets really overused. Like anybody that violates any kind of that person's social norm is suddenly called spurging. If somebody's having an emotion, it's called spurging. If somebody's talking with their hands, it's called spurging. Not all of that stuff is because of autism. Normal people have emotions. Normal people have passion. Normal people get excitable. Normal people talk with their hands. It's not all spurging just because somebody's in an excitable state.
Okay.
We're all brainwashed by rich people. Yeah, none of us can think for ourselves.
NYC buses migrants back to Texas because Trump won.
There is a lot more support for taking those kind of risks now without worrying that you're going to have the government as a barrier.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I've got a link for you. I'll put it in the private chat. And I believe this guy because he's been on point with everything. He lives in New York and he's been documenting all of it.
Woke is a real thing, not lost, at least DEI. That's where all these corporations and government departments have strategic plans around diversity, equity, inclusion. We're not hallucinating that. That's a real thing. DEI is a real thing. And a lot of people, when they say woke, they're mainly talking about DEI. So quit
Well, if it's a
gaslighting.
real thing, then how come Joe Biden was asleep all the time?
Yeah.
All right, let me take a look. Ooh, this one's long. I'm not going to be able to play all of it.
Yeah, it's pretty
Oh, Jeff,
long.
I was playing Town of Salem yesterday. I used the nickname Donald Trump all the time.
He'll
Wait,
get
do
to
what?
the point at the very beginning of it. I mean, he goes into it, but he gets to the point.
Joe, what'd you say?
Just saying, I played Town of Salem yesterday. I used the nickname Donald Trump every time.
By the way, when are you joining us on the sub? Now that you're all healed
Oh,
up.
I guess whenever.
Okay.
I feel certainly like I have more attention span and stamina. Not as much as like a head cold and stuff anymore. It's like gagging.
It'll be
Hello.
gone before you know it.
What's up? What's going on? Gentlemen, good to see you.
Oh, by the
yeah.
way, I have my super chat goal set today. We got like, I don't know, let me look it up. I'm trying. I dropped it to $2. Maybe it's easier for individual people to all pool together $2 a piece to keep it going
I got
instead of
kicked
the
up.
higher amount.
I got kicked up a channel last night, man. It was funny as hell.
Which one?
It's Mel's place.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't expect you to last long there.
What
No,
happened?
no, I was there for hours, and
Oh,
I love Mel. Mel's awesome. Like we were having a great conversation.
is she the one that kicked you?
No, Liliana paid $20 to kick me.
Oh, so you got paid to kick? Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
I'm happy for it. Like I said, I don't get mad if someone wants to pay to kick me off. I'm happy to support the channel owner. I'm putting it out there.
Oh well, in that case, let me do another
Yeah.
super chat goal.
I'm happy to. I'm happy to support the channel owner. But no,
I might
Mel's
need to
like,
think of that for my channel.
just and Mel is hot. She's a really good looking lady, and she's British, right? And that accent gets you. And she goes, "I'm sorry, my love, but you have to go for a bit." I'm like, shit. Yeah. But at least she said my love, and I was like, no problem. And like I said, I love Mel. Mel's awesome. She's so awesome.
Somebody's phone's ringing. It sounds like an office phone. I feel like I'm at work.
Me.
That's the government line. That's a secure line.
The red line.
Yeah,
You got
that's
Trump.
the red
You got the line to Trump.
Let me tell you something, Jeff. It's going to be huge. We're going to change the country. It's going to be great. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm
So,
here
Joe,
for it.
So, Joe, did you end up? Joe, did you end up voting? Did you end up voting?
No.
No.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to ask you that. I didn't know if because you said you were on the fence about voting.
No, he never did. He was pretty adamant.
Neither did I, Big Mike. I didn't vote either.
You didn't?
And Busker, you didn't vote either. So we got three.
I didn't see any point. I live in a blue state, and it's never been red ever.
No doubt. No doubt. But the thing is that you're right. And I'm in Virginia. Virginia is like super Democrat. And I'm from New York, super Democrat. But still, your vote matters because this is the first time in over 20 years that he
Why
won
does
the
the vote
popular
matter
vote.
if he didn't win the state? Why would my vote matter?
Hey, Daniel
Because
Barry.
it's your right. It's your right to vote. That's your right.
Yeah, and what if I don't want to vote?
Right. It's also the right to not vote too.
Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to. It's up to you. It's up to the individual.
Yeah.
What do they want to do? I was hoping Joe was going to go out and vote for Trump, but it doesn't matter because he won anyway. So it doesn't even matter. So Joe,
He did say that if he did vote, he would have voted for Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, you welched. You welched on Trump. He's gonna find you, Joe. He's gonna find you. But I'm glad. I'm really happy. I know Jeff's excited. I'm super excited to see what these next 4 years are gonna hold. I'm happy. I'm excited.
Well, I bet the New Yorkers are going to be happy, even though they didn't vote for him.
Yeah, they're trucking them out, right? They're sending them to Texas, right? I heard that.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can see the link in the private chat, or I can put it on the regular chat. If you want.
Here, I'll drop the link here.
It's so weird because Greg Abbott is he's the governor of Texas, and him and Trump are close. So I don't know why he's sending them there. I don't know why. but I don't know. Who knows?
Maybe that's where they're going to build the camps.
Could be.
I thought it was interesting that Trump voted in Florida, so he changed his residence to Florida.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a resident. Yep. You're right. He's a resident of Florida.
He basically got chased out of New York, I guess.
Joe, I wouldn't say he was chased. I just think he spends more time in Florida than he does in Manhattan. So I think that's why he switched it.
Yeah, I mean, knowing Trump, it was a choice on his part. Trump's not the type to let anybody chase him out of anything. If anything, he would have stayed in New York and voted there just to be defiant and show them that they're not going to chase him out. So he probably had his own
I would
personal
bet
reasons.
90% chance that there's an economic reason why he's transferred over. New York sucks. Like
Moose,
California sucks.
I'm about to
Hang on, Mike. I want to hear Moose. Go ahead, Moose.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just saying, I bet you like 9 out of 10, 90% chance that it's all economics. Like, why would you want to stay in a resident of New York if the taxes are hella high and you have to go through all these different loopholes to have businesses there when you could go to Florida and you can get, you get a little different deal. And California is the same way. Like, when I left California to Maine taxes are really high, but they're nothing like California taxes. It's like day and night. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's probably as good explanation as any, knowing Trump.
Moose is exactly right. Florida has some of the lowest business tax in the country. Business tax, like if you own businesses. That's why a lot of people are migrating that own businesses to Florida. Because you're right, it's monetary, complete monetary. And him being a billionaire, he can save hundreds of millions of dollars with all his businesses. People think that Trump is broke. Trump is extremely wealthy. Now, he's not Elon Musk wealthy, but he's a wealthy man. He is.
Welcome, Ricardo.
Hey, Jeff. How's it
you
going,
doing?
man?
Salute.
I'm
salute.
okay. Yeah, I'm okay. Surviving somehow. Getting through.
How is Britain over there since Tuesday?
Oh, how's Britain? It's the sun. Do you know the sun still hasn't come out at all?
But does it ever?
Been very bright.
If you get the balls off
It does
your
quite a lot,
forehead,
yeah.
you can see the
It's
sun.
quite a nice summer. Sorry,
Dude,
Joe.
that's Maryland, fucking Baltimore. That's always gray. Always. It's been
Mike, are you okay?
Yeah,
What's
it's
up,
funny. Yeah, Moose
I'm
is
in the
just
South.
hilarious. He's funny. He said if you get the balls
I'm
off
in the-
your walking.
I'm in the beautiful South, Well,
Do
it should be
what?
better down here.
You're roboting a little bit. Your mic, Ricardo, is cutting
it?
in and out.
Ricardo, are you calling in from the space station?
God
Here, let me try to reset your. See if that helps.
Ricardo, are you on a Mars rover right now?
Shit, I thought I was high. This dude sounds like he's out of the world right now. Trying to call in with his Sprint phone or something.
Spaceman, I always wanted you to go into space, man.
Dang, look at him.
Whoa.
Have you ever tried out for
You like this?
The Voice or America's Got
Pipes
Talent?
on him.
Yeah.
I'm British, so maybe Britain's got talent.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
no,
that
I'm
one.
having
Britain's Got Talent.
Do you ever
paperwork
say,
I don't need.
Ricardo, do you call people mate? Like you guys say, hey, mate. Do you do that?
Yeah, sometimes, but it gets a bit annoying when someone says it too much.
Yeah.
It's just like they say it to everyone. It's like, all right, mate,
Australians
mate,
do
yeah,
that a
whatever,
lot
mate,
too.
yeah.
It's like I got a first
Hell.
mate and he touches my willy and
Give it
I
a break.
said $5. He doesn't squilly.
I love the Australians. They say good day, good day. I love that. And this is so cool, man. Good day, mate. It's neat, like Crocodile Dundee-ish, but
It
it's
sounds
cool.
like they're all like Australians always sound like they're down to fuck, like they're ready to go. Like, yeah, mate. How you doing, lass? Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
What
Alright,
I'm doing
what's
right
the,
now, and it's a tutorial too. It's like, what I'm gonna do right now, folks, is I'm gonna stick my two fingers right into
So much
your
for
belly.
constructive conversation.
Then I'm gonna twist the two
100
fingers,
million
and we're gonna
mate.
rub the sandpaper. Rub
It's
the
always-
sandpaper, lads, and then you'll find the G spot.
It's always
And Moose,
Mike
you're
and
coming in a little low too on your mic.
It's always Mike and Moose that derail the conversation. We always come in hot. Always. It's funny though.
I got a
it's good.
quiz for you. All right, which next to England, which states in America use the same kind of non-English and it pronounce things differently. Like they add the R to the end. That
We've got patois. How about Jamaican patois? That's quite interesting.
I mean, like they add the R on the ends, like so that it's pretty obvious.
Is it Maine? Just from hearing
Well,
Leggy talk?
East Coast, but a lot
Maryland?
New York. New York, they add that R in the end to the.
From the east to the west, be more is the best.
Yo,
Yeah.
yo. So good, they named it twice.
But like, yeah, they just like the British do, like, and also the Australians, anybody from the United Kingdom, I guess, they add the R to the end of a word that should not have the R.
Can you give us an example?
Like weather?
No. Oh God, what word?
Ask me to say a word.
Word. Word. Word.
I'll say it in my best English.
Say obfuscate.
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 There's one where,
Obfuscate.
like, it's where you. Oh God, why can't I think of it?
Hey, wanker!
No,
Wanker.
they add an R where an R shouldn't be at the very
Dater. For
end.
data.
Yeah, yes, you got it, Jeff. Data.
That was from Mr. B. He gets the credit. Oops.
Yeah,
Data.
Dater.
Dater. Like that's
Dater.
that's
Or
more
like a potato.
thousands of examples.
Not like potato. That's,
You talking about New Yorkers do that?
No. So it sounds
See,
like
it's kind of funny, Jeff. Accents, that's one thing that's always fascinated me, gentlemen. Like, where do accents come from? Like, why do we talk differently? Like, shouldn't we have one diction? Like it's weird. And
no, it's regional. Even in different states, the accent changes from one part of the state to the other.
This is a panel verse, not a woman. It can have more than one dick, all right?
But the one accent I cannot stand Boston. I cannot stand Boston accents. I can't stand them. Maybe because I'm a Yankee.
I love a Boston accent.
I can't stand it. It gets on my nerves.
I like most accents.
Dude. Yeah.
Hey, do you like when people tap you on the chest when they're talking to you? I found that people from New York like to touch you when they talk to you.
Oh, I haven't noticed that.
It's a student. So so when I engage somebody now, if I know them personally, like if I know them, I've been around them a while, I'll usually when I'm talking to them put my hand on their shoulder, very very lightly, not grabbing them, but so when you lightly, it's kind of like a connection. It does. It happens. It's always a man. It's never a woman. I don't do that to women. That's
no. You can't. Oh, I don't get anywhere near women.
Most people love to
even talk with my hands freaks them out.
But if I know somebody for a long time and I'm talking to them about something serious, I might just go, "Hey, man, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be all right. Call me if you need. It's not like weird or anything like that. No. But I think that
sounds
touch
a little gay to me.
It's not gay. It's not gay. Jeff,
that male to male contact.
Well, Jeff, you grab their butt. I don't.
I don't grab people's butts.
There you go.
I don't grab people at all. I don't even touch people.
No, but a hand on the shoulder, I think is comforting.
I am a hugger. I hug a lot. I love to hug.
So you hug. I don't hug. I just will, like, hey man, it's gonna be cool, man. If you need me, just let me know. Just like a tap on the shoulder. That's it. That's all. Yeah. That's it. That's all.
I haven't seen it in a long time. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and then Ricardo, since he's British, he'll kneel, he'll curtsy for you.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever see?
That? Anything? I don't believe in pomp and circumstance.
Oh my God! When you had to meet the king, you had to like.
He's so horrible at that.
You had to walk backwards. I wouldn't even want to. 3 times, and you had to curtsy. That was crazy.
Stay well away. Yeah. Hey, Jeff, can I just ask quickly can I just check it? Am I getting a good? Am I coming through clearly?
It's still robotic. It's still robotic.
Right. It's more
it's minor, but it is there.
It's not really.
Well, I'm going to restart then because I don't like it.
Moose hardly said anything. Pondering soul. You think Moose is the reason it took a wrong turn? If it took a wrong turn, I'm driving the panel, so I'm the one that turned it. or let it take the turn. So all wrong turns are on me, which means I'm happy with where the conversation's going, or I would have redirected it. So
You know what I
by my
always thought?
judgment, the panel's going along fine.
You want to hear
If it's
something
not to
crazy?
your taste, just find another one. I can't make all people happy all the time.
Yep.
One thing that's really strange is like people make U-turns, right? You make a U-turn. Shouldn't there be a blinker for U-turns?
Well, you're not supposed to make U-turns all the time. Unless there's a sign, like there's like a median or something you could turn. But in the middle of the road, I see people do it in intersections too. But I
I
don't
love
think
it.
that they're supposed to be doing that. So I don't know
I
why
love U-turns. I'll
you
take
would need a
U-turns over
blinker
everything.
for
I love
something
it.
you're not supposed to be doing.
Jeff, I'm gonna pick you up. We're gonna do U-turns just over and then donuts in the park. Remember donuts in the parking lot? You like doing little donuts in the parking lot when you're
Yeah,
like a
kind
young.
of. I never did much of it, but
We would occasionally get those people as clients at the law firm. They get
Yeah.
a reckless driving citation. I'd be like, so, like, what happened that the policeman cited reckless driving? And they'd be like, I was doing donuts in a parking lot. That would happen like once every like 3 months or so.
But see, Joe, if he actually had actual physical donuts, he can give them to the cop, and the cop would probably just give him a warning. Just let him
There
go.
you go.
you know what? Okay, hang on real quick. Let me address my audience. If you want to influence the panel so bad, there's already a way to do that. It's called super chats. Incentivize what you want me to do with this panel with the super
Or
chat. I'll take you way more seriously when
or
y'all
get the
start
fuck.
Yeah.
micromanaging how I run my panels.
I say get the fuck up here if you want to try and change this fucking direction. Then you
Yeah,
come up.
everybody has an opinion.
Do
Come
you
up
know why?
and change it.
Do you gentlemen know why police are associated with donuts? Do you know the whole reason behind that? Do you get it?
I don't
I-
think about it that hard.
They would eat them all
I
the
think
time.
what happened. I think what happened is police officers would go and grab a coffee and do their reports, and it would be in the middle of the night. The only thing that was open was the donut shop,
That's right.
Yeah,
and the donut shop guy was probably like, "Hey, I don't get robbed if the police are here, so fuck it. I'll give him a free coffee. He'll sit
yeah.
here, keep the peace, and wham bam, there you go."
That's
So
a good.
if
That's good
you're
theory.
right, no, you're exactly right. It was because they were 24-hour donut shops, and that was the easiest way. Now we have Wawa and all this other stuff, right? But like back in the day,
What's
a donut
Wawa?
Wawa, like you go you can get a sandwich at 4 o'clock in the morning.
We got a
The
Oh,
Wawa.
convenience store.
Walmart?
No, Wawa.
What the hell
Wawa.
is Wawa?
You know
I don't know
what
what
Wawa
it is.
is?
Wawa Hut. They wrote songs about that.
No. Is it a brand? I'm looking it up now. Wawa convenience
Yeah.
store. I have never heard of Wawa in my life.
Yo, they
I'm
got
getting
belly.
educated today.
You can go
That is
like you
pretty
can go to
smart.
Wawa.
You give the police free coffee, you have like free security at your thing
Yeah,
if the
There
police
you
are
go.
staying there.
so Joe, when I worked for Norfolk, you go
Huh.
in and the coffee's free. And they wouldn't give you food, but you just get a free coffee and you just end up hanging out for like 20 minutes and they're like they love it. They love just having you in the store.
Wait,
You
hang on.
know?
I want to address Pondering Soul because he's saying that I'm not succeeding with this panel trash, but yet he's here watching. I consider that a success. You're contributing to my view count. You're making my numbers go up. That is the metric for success on YouTube. So thank you for that. You're
That's
belying
awesome.
your own assertions.
Uh-huh.
We would walk in, Joe, we would walk in and they would make fresh coffee for us. It was cool. It was like you're like the king of the
Oh,
7-Eleven. You're like, hey, look, hey, they're here, and we would hang for like 20 minutes, but then we had to go. But it was good. I mean, I was in my 20s,
Hitting that Slurpee machine hard.
dude, I love coffee. Coffee's so good. Oh
if you
my
want to
God.
win
If
me
it's
over, a free
fresh,
coffee is a way to do it.
it's fresh. It's always free. It was
With
like you
that.
never paid for coffee. Never paid for coffee. Ever.
Oh, that's the
It was
life.
They
That's
used
what I
to
like
even
about
have them at the
Starbucks.
banks or the post office. Like you could go in the bank and
Mm-hmm.
they had the old man sitting in the lobby with the coffee. They had a little coffee station. You could hang out.
Unless
Oh,
it's
nice.
instant, I'm never going to say no to a free coffee.
so
They used to
so
have
Check it out.
they used to have a
Test it.
coffee machine in my bank.
They have
Jeff,
a
do you
coffee
HSBC,
machine.
remember
they
remember
took
when
it
banks
away because it was getting abused by homeless
Jeff,
people and stuff,
you
and
remember
then
when banks I'm sorry, I'm gonna
they're
cut you off, brother.
totally
Sorry.
closed down there. No, they're not even there.
I think it's worse, actually, Ricardo.
Do you
Yeah.
remember when
It
banks
was
will give
nice
you
though.
like toasters and coffee pots, like if you opened up an account? Remember like the free toasters and like you
They
get like
never
a
gave
plate
me
to
one, but
receive? Yeah. They would like
I
the little
You're
never
promos.
wanted
discriminating
a
against
free
Cajuns,
toaster,
Jeff.
but man, that's
Mm.
cool.
They have like
Yeah.
a room full of toasters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
no,
got
they
some
give
free
you like a
candy or
gift.
whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
they don't give them the Cajuns.
Well, yeah, but they give like money. Like you get $500 to open an account, or
Yeah,
$100 if you
the
put
best.
this much in.
Mhm.
Sign over your
If I
straw.
have 5,000 to put in an account, I probably don't need the $100 to begin with.
Mhm. The best one is Dollar Bank. It's a local. It's called Dollar Bank. It's a startup, and yeah, I put in a little bit of money in there, and yeah, I got $350 for
I
free.
remember that ball gag that because it was controversial. Some banks were giving out guns to open an
Yeah,
account.
Oh, that is so good. That is so good.
Oh
and
hell
they
yeah!
and
I'd
that
go open up an account for a free
What's a
gun. Hell
Weatherby
yeah!
mark? I'm learning all kind of shit. I'm so
I'd put that shit
sheltered.
up on the shelf and sell it in 100 years.
yeah,
You know what I
crazy.
mean? I got a gun from a fucking
Crazy.
bank,
Oh, it's a
dude.
gun. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know enough about marketing. None of that shit's free. Nothing free is ever free. There's always a catch to it. Plus, I
Well,
lived in
Made
Vegas long
giveaway a
enough to
fucking
know
straw man
how those
account.
kind of perks work.
so Jeff, the way that they're doing it is they're trying to build capital. Like Joe will know this. They're trying to build capital in their bank for investment purposes, but you have to put a certain amount in so they can make the money back that they're giving you for free. It's not free. They're making interest
Yeah.
off of your money
Yeah,
long
that's why I know
term.
every time I get those in the mail, I don't even open. I rip them up and throw them in the trash.
Yeah.
I love the credit cards. I love the credit cards I get to where if you spend like $1,000 in the first 60 days, you'll get like $200. So, I mean, it's free money, but they're expecting to continue that spending process. And if you don't, then they'll cut your limit. They'll give you a $10,000 limit. And then if you're not every month spending that same amount, they'll cut your credit limit.
To say,
And
try to
then
lure you in.
exactly. They want you to keep spending, spend, spend, spend.
Yeah,
That's what they
that's
want.
capitalism, compounding
That's
that
it.
wealth.
That's it. That's what Joe does. Joe is he's a sneaky man. He's a
What's sneaky about him?
he's a capitalist. He's very sneaky. Very sneaky. He's rich. So it is what it is.
Well, I
No,
thought you
but
have
yeah.
all that gold. I thought you were richer than Joe. Don't you have
I,
a room full of gold in your house?
no, I have
A
I have a
vault?
really good I have a vault. I actually have a safe upstairs, but this is where my guns are. But no, I have some physical gold here, some in case something was to go down. If the dollar crashes, I have some physical gold. But the rest of mine is in a 401k. Yeah. So it's
Now,
in some
how,
bank somewhere.
if need be, how would you divvy it up if the shit hit the fan, they closed all the banks? How would you divvy up the gold?
Sure. So what I
He'd
did
give the
was
first one to his first hooker, and then the second one to his second, and then he'd go and buy himself a bag of weed. Or I'm sorry, Mike. I'm sorry. He was asking you the question, not me.
Oh, you're good. You're good. So I do the 1/10. I do the 1/10. So the 1/10 can be traded for any kind of goods or services if something was to hit the fan. Gold is going to always be universally noticed as monetary, as a monetary item.
It's
But
very
I
true.
just
You can't not notice it.
You get a
it's
scale so you can like weigh it out, like cut a piece and then weigh it out.
Cut a piece.
I have a
When they
scale.
cut you
I
off
have
a piece of gold
Kind of
real
like
quick.
hash.
so I have a scale. I have a scale, and the reason being I have a scale is because when I buy gold, I have to weigh it because the real gold has a certain exact ounce to it, and the fake ones, because people make fake gold coins. They do. They make fake
Yeah, women
ones.
come on the panel all the time.
Yeah, Mike was here not long ago, and then there was
What?
Zephyr.
How big? Like, what's the smallest unit of gold? What does it come in?
A tenth.
Nuggets?
1/10. Well, there's a fifth. There's a 1/5 of an ounce. 1/5.
What does it look
looks.
like?
It's smaller than a penny. It's tiny.
It's like a little
Small. Yeah,
coin
a
or
little.
little flat piece of gold.
It's a coin. It's a coin. And then you have 1/10, then you have 25, then you have 50, then you have an ounce. Yeah.
Women are welcome here. If they don't come, they're not coming because they're choosing not to come for whatever reason. They
Because
have
men are
different
scary, huh?
norms, or it's not meeting their needs or whatever. But this panel is definitely normed for men, particularly neurodivergent men. So they have to adjust to that, and that might be what keeps women off. But it's not anything that I've set in place.
Yeah.
I'm not. Just to say, Jeff, I'm not neurodivergent. I don't think. I
You
wouldn't
are,
say
Jeff.
I'm
Yes,
exactly
you are.
normal. But
Well, there you go. Good
I've never
enough.
been. I've never been
Listen to the way
diagnosed with
listen to the way you
anything.
talk, though. You don't sound like us. You're definitely neurodivergent. I mean,
You
come
think
on.
that?
You're diverging from the
Mhm.
neurodivergence.
Exactly.
I've had a few. I've had a few friends that were autistic or had Asperger's, and I learned to tolerate them.
Whoa, maybe you can give tips to other people. That seems to be a challenge in some parts of this panelverse. How did you
Definitely.
learn to tolerate them?
Well, it's easier if they're not drunk.
You
So
just gotta accept
Yeah,
everybody
that's
the other
even
one
true
time
for
you just
normies.
drank quite heavily, and one guy, an old friend of mine, I haven't seen for years, bless him, but he used to go out drinking. He got banned from almost every public house he went to eventually because
Was he
he just got
Scottish?
so loud and sort of aggressive when he was drunk, but like
Sure.
just over friendly, just
Yeah,
non-stop
part of it, like
talking
the
to
things that
everyone.
get on people's nerves the most is we talk a lot, like our special interests, we data dump, and the excitability.
Yeah,
I think
I like that about him.
I think there's
Yeah,
an energy.
seems the
There's a really strong energy to some people that are neurodivergent. They have an energy about them, and that's what I was talking to you earlier. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. But I think Ricardo's right. They'll try to self-medicate, and that's the bad thing. You know, to try to self-medicate. But I think people that have a very hyperactive mind are the best people I could ever hang out with because we have a great conversation. They'll always have your back. They're always there for you. You know, they'll always back you up.
it's never
They will.
boring.
Never
Jeff, I
boring.
think Kill the
People's
Noise.
told me that before. I've had
Jeff,
exes tell me that.
I think Kill the Noise is questioning how sober the panel is right now.
Sober the panel.
Well,
He said, "I think
I'm just
the
stoned as
panel guests
normal.
share the love of drink."
I
Absolutely.
don't think anybody's drinking up here. Anybody.
No, not at all.
I'm always
Anything to
fucking
drink,
stoned.
Seth.
That coffee I had earlier was decaf too. So
Yeah, I drink. I only drink
I did have
decaf.
a Red Bull. I did have
So
a Red Bull.
everybody's chemically enhanced. I had half a cup of coffee. I guess I
Yeah, so,
count too.
Chemically enhanced.
I just don't want a bunch of drunks talking over each other or derailing the conversation, or people
Yeah,
on
exactly.
crack or speed or whatever. Some people show up here on
Felt ad nauseum.
opiates.
how often are people drunk on here? Is that like half the time?
It's hard to tell. I can usually I can only tell with the regulars where I have a baseline sense of their personality and then I notice a change in it. But if random strangers show up, it's hard for me to tell if that's their norm or if they're on something. But the Brits I could tell, especially when they start getting together and talking to each other. It really comes out.
yo, Jeff,
With me, it's
that
kinda
stream,
obvious.
that stream that other night when the guy was like, oh, that was wild, bro. That guy was, yo, that guy
Speaking
was
of drunk
hammered.
spurgs,
He's like, I was, I'm like, all right, that's cool, man.
Whoa, what was going on?
Yeah.
He was tweaking out.
we had
on
a
stage?
bunch of drunk British people.
Oh,
And
dude.
like half of them were spurgs, so they were all they were cooperative overlapping. It was
Yo, Jeff, the chat is giving us another topic for me to touch on when we do our
Let's do it.
normal streams.
which
We talk
one?
about
The
gold.
Dow
We can talk about
Jones.
fucking gold as an investment.
The track
And I can
channel.
talk
The
about-
thing is, you've touched on it before, over and over and over. You've made your position on gold clear, and they still keep.
I will consciously confront this and be like, gold sucks. Okay.
Untrackable. I see. That's a perfect example. I could never tell that you're drunk. I always enjoy our conversations. So.
He's always sober. He's sober. Yeah, it's great. It's funny because people always put judgment on other people.
Like yours, guys.
Do what?
They got broken. I had some proper gaming headphones. They had a sticky outy microphone as well. They were quite cool.
Yeah, it's still robotic.
Plug it straight into my phone. So, am I still roboting?
Yeah,
Let me
I've
ask
been
you
roboting the whole time.
Shit, man.
It's like
What can I do? What can I do?
I don't know.
It's crackling.
You're on a headset.
I'm using a speakerphone on a phone. Yeah, the speaker.
Ricardo.
I
I
can
don't know. I'm bad
try
at
the
tech.
headset earpiece, but that might not be.
Ricardo, do you play games like online?
I think he's playing with his sound.
That's all. You got to see these gamers. They buy this really fancy chair, The chair is
Oh,
like more than my
The
couch.
gaming chair. I want to get one eventually.
Yeah, they're wild, man.
I
yeah,
want to
like
find it like a satanic themed
they'll
gaming
spend more
chair.
for the chair than they do for the fucking game station or whatever they got.
Yeah. The chair is like crazy. You got to get a chair though with antlers on it, Jeff. It's like a chair with antlers. Yeah, you got to look that up.
Thank you, Freak. We got our first super chat. We need 14 more of these to keep the panel going. Let's see how long we have left.
14.
Someone
It's just
someone-
$2. It's just $2. If enough people contribute $2.
I'll get super annoying so people can pay me to kick me off. I'll get super annoying if you want me to.
39 minutes. So there's your window.
That's it.
I don't know, Shift, but I'm going to find one. I'm sure they make them.
They probably do. I would not be surprised.
It's got like dried blood on it. You know, it's got little antlers out the side. Jeff's haunted gaming chair. That's what we'll make a channel. Jeff's haunted gaming chair.
Haunted by Satan.
He
That's
needs a
it.
chair that supports his
Cursed
rocking
by
very
Satan.
well. That's what he needs.
It'll levitate. Oh, just levitates off the ground. He's like,
I'd just be happy if it makes demon noise. I could press a button. Maybe it'll have glowing eyes that light up and it starts making demon sounds.
Yeah.
I would love that.
It'll have like a demon belch.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my goodness.
But first,
What
I
was
need to
that?
start compounding that wealth.
That's it.
Mhm.
Gotta turn it.
That means people need to contribute to the super chat.
That's right.
That's it.
So far,
Okay.
Freak, our resident Christian, is the only
Pay to
one
kick-
willing
pay
to
to kick me
contribute to the Satanic Chair Fund. Thank you, Freak.
Is he our resident Christian?
He's our Jesus freak. That is the freak that he is.
Okay.
He's
You
the
said-
Jesus freak.
You said the satanic
Okay.
chair fund. Holy crap, dude. you gotta put
And there's an antler fund going too. You know what we need, and I need somebody that like a creative that wants to help with this merch. I have so many ideas for merch. I just don't know how to take them from here and execute them.
You gotta put that on a t-shirt, dude. You gotta put that on a t-shirt. I'm telling you. That's crazy. Joe will do it. Joe will figure it out. Joe's rich. We'll figure it out.
I'm
But
rich
that's
for a
the-
millennial. That's not saying much.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's a good conversation. It's fun. It always gets derailed when me and Moose or somebody comes up, you know. But it's funny. It's a fun
Well,
conversation.
it only if there were a topic going initially, which I would keep it on track, but there really wasn't. So this was kind of open for like up for grabs. Whoever wanted
We
to come
almost
up.
talked about the election. We got so
The
close.
weekend, I'm a little looser on the weekends. The during the weeks, I try to have specific topics.
Yeah, it's Sunday. This is the day of rest. Okay.
Right. This is
Yeah.
just play day, and I'm gonna do these streams every day, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, and then every now and then I may do another one in the evening. Kind of same pattern, a couple of hours.
Hey Jeff, I have
But
a fork.
outside
Is
of that, I
satanic
really need
enough
to
for you?
limit my streaming. Do what?
I have a fork. Is that satanic enough for you?
No, not
Hey,
just
Joe.
everybody uses. The Queen uses forks. Like
Hey Joe. Hey Joe. Fork you,
Christians
man.
use forks.
Fork you. I love it. I love it. Joe's just
Oh yeah,
hanging out.
Freak did a mic impersonation the other day. I think
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
on one of my streams. I put the look for his name in the description. It's whatever one he was on last. At the
Yeah.
end, he closed with it, so it'll be easy to find.
It's gonna be huge.
In fact, I could even probably find it myself.
People love me. People love me. I don't know
They
what
love
it is.
they love to dislike you,
I know.
like a
No,
villain
it's-
in a soap opera.
But Jeff, the funniest thing is it never gets to me. See, the more they try to get to me, it's not going to work.
Is
So
that a
it's just-
good thing, Mr. B? Well, sometimes I've seen it work. Sometimes.
Well, no, I troll. I'll flip a troll switch and I'll troll sometimes, and then I'll pull back. Yeah. So I know what I know what I'm doing. I was trolling the living piss out of somebody else, and the channel was like, he knows what he's doing, dude. He's trolling you. You know, he's not mad. He's just.
But I've seen you get trolled too before, where I'm like,
Well,
Mike, they're trolling you. It's you're being trolled right now.
But I know all of. I know. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't get to me. It doesn't get under my
Sometimes Mike
skin.
wants to be trolled.
It does, Jeff. I swear to you, it doesn't hurt my mental health. It doesn't, because I know that I'm superior to what they're doing to me. I can see it coming a mile away. I can feel it. And
Well, the
I
other
just let
day,
them.
Bricky was trolling you hard, and you seemed to not pick up on that. And I kept telling you were being trolled.
I know. And then where is that person now? They don't
He's
even come
around.
around. You know? So it's okay. They take shots. Like Liliana came up and she was coming at me hard,
Yeah, well,
subliminally.
she's a troll herself. I don't want to start all that drama though. But we have somebody in the back named Lilith 218. Does anybody know Lilith?
Lilith is Liliana.
Popped up in chat.
That's Liliana.
Yeah,
Oh, she's
Um.
not coming up.
yeah,
Oh. All right.
She's not welcomed here.
yeah.
What
But
happened?
I owned her. I owned her completely. And she paid me to kick me off. And then Mel said, sorry, my love. And I just was like, all right, it's no problem. I'll talk to you later. I'll come up another time. You know? But it's
Oh
just,
well,
it's so
they
strange.
said you were Liliana. So if you're not Liliana, then come show me on cam, and that'll tell me because I know what Liliana looks like.
Okay. Unfortunately. I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back.
I'm trying to find that impersonation. See, people complain about Mike, but he takes the whole conversation when he leaves.
Well, I'm more waiting to see who this Lilith person is, right?
Yeah, me too. Hopefully they cam up. If you
I'm
cam up in the
I'm like
back and
waiting in anticipation. I'm like,
let
All
me
right, let's
check your
carry on.
channel.
I mean,
Let's
that
carry
was
on.
only like 10 seconds of silence. Like I
Yeah, that's
was,
a lot after all that activity.
It
it was
dies,
not
right?
a
It
lot.
dies off. It
I
dies
was
off.
no, it,
enjoying the silence. I was in my thoughts. I was about to embrace, but all right.
Well,
Okay,
Moose,
Lilith, if you flash your cam and show me that you're a person.
I'm gonna give Moose peace
Um,
right now. Moose wants silence.
it looks like your camera's off. So if you hit the cam button, you don't have to keep it on stream. I just need to see it in the back.
Jeff, put up a banner, bro.
Well, hang on, let me make sure that she cams up. If you hit your camera button, it should turn your camera on. Like at the bottom of StreamYard. Oh, well, because I saw it briefly, but it showed your ceiling. Okay, I got you. I'll let you. I'll hang on 1 second. And you don't have to stay cammed up if you don't want. You're good. Okay, let's welcome Lilith. You're on. You're live.
Welcome.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. What do I do?
You're just talk. Tell us who you are, or what
Oh,
you're up to.
turn the camera on. Okay,
Yeah, you're good.
okay, okay.
Um,
So what do I do now?
just talk. You're on panel.
Oh,
Whatever
okay.
you wanted to say.
Okay, so I'm new. Oh, okay. Okay, yay.
Welcome.
Welcome.
All right, thank you. Thank you, guys. I'm sorry, I'm new here. Sorry. I had my own stream for like an hour and a half and nobody came on.
Oh, today? Here, I'll drop your channel if you want.
Hold on, let me turn because
Oh yeah, you're
you guys
cutting out a
can hear
bit.
me. I turn off your TV.
Yeah,
You
no,
guys,
that's not Liliana.
so
It's
my
Lilith.
name is Dee. I live in Florida. Uh, to the panel, so I'll let you guys talk for a little bit, and I'll opine in if you allow me. Okay.
Oh no,
So
yeah,
Lilith,
you can put it. You can chime in now. You really have to like fight for the mic here and just jump in
Oh,
when you have something to
really?
say.
yeah,
Wow.
Lilith, what brought you to YouTube? Like, do you want to have a channel? Is it for like just communication? What brought you to YouTube?
Since 2013, I just goes and you know,
You know your microphone is cutting in and out though.
my can you guys see?
We're hearing like every second or third word. It keeps cutting in and out. Let me check your settings, maybe. It it seems like a connection issue more than anything else.
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
being somewhere in the background as well. It says that you're in the show, but then I see my icon back in the backstage. Am I backstage as
Well,
well?
no, you were. It looks like you had two accounts, but one of them's gone. So the only one showing up now is this one, and I think we can hear you a little better. So whatever you did worked.
Okay. I honestly don't know how to fix it. So I came on and
Oh, now you're
being
cutting out again.
knowing about things like that. I want to ask you guys. You guys are. I need somebody to opine and give me an explanation. Is this man? I'm not gonna say who. Nothing. But there is this guy who is doxing people.
Hmm.
I was doxed 2 months ago. Basically, my phone number, and that up. I got getting
um,
fired.
yeah,
This is
who
this
was
is
the person? You're still cutting out. Who was the person though?
Person who doxed the person who is doing it to someone.
hmm,
Is it
this
someone from here?
this is
No,
rough.
Oh,
no,
okay.
no,
I
no.
would say like
I
protect your personal information as much as you can, but it sounds like it's already out there.
protect your information. Be very careful with what you're doing, just as in real life, because there are a lot of people what they're going to do, and
Hmm.
never and never. I honestly
Yeah, your connection's cutting out. We're not able to hear
okay. I'll
a lot.
leave. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry.
If you can get it fixed or whatever, please come back because I want to hear this. We're just not able to hear right now. You keep cutting in and out.
But I'm not sure how to fix it. How do you do that?
Are
Well, you
you
sound
on a phone or a
I'm on my cell
wireless?
phone. I'm on my
Are you
phone.
using your data plan or is it like a wireless, a Wi-Fi?
It's Wi-Fi that has complete coverage.
yeah.
Like,
So go closer to the router. Go closer to the router, and you have a better connection.
you guys want me to leave and come back and try to come back?
Try what Mike said. If you move closer to where the router is, you might get a better signal.
Yeah.
Okay.
You sound fine now. You're not cutting in and out now. Did you move close to the router?
I moved closer to the router.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a
Okay.
lot better.
Yeah. So you said someone doxed you, and the thing is that it depends on what state you live in. You don't have to tell me where you're at or anything like that. But there are privacy laws that are in place and changing as we do it. Somebody doxed me. They called my family. They did an actual welfare check on me, and that person got in legal trouble. An actual they didn't get arrested, but they got warned. So people that are harassing you, now people say fair use. Oh, they can do whatever they want. No, they can't, because if they're going past the point of harassment and you feel uncomfortable, you can call the authorities and the
Yeah.
police will
And
come.
the FBI.
Yes. So here in Virginia, it's the state police. The state police comes in with cyber crimes. If someone's calling your family, harassing you, people were calling my ex-wife's job, and they got dealt with. They got dealt with legally.
I
So
have
it
a
is what it is.
doxer, stalker, harasser myself.
Yeah, I know who it is. I know who it is. And so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm not going to say anything else. But when people are harassing you and going past the point where you're feeling uncomfortable and you're feeling unsafe, you need to report it, and the authorities will take it from there. They do, you know. So you should report it. It's not being a snitch or being like you're less of a man or less of a woman. It's just you have to let the authorities handle these things. Because these people are not doing it just to you; they're doing it to hundreds of other people.
And one of the standards is malice. Is it malicious? And
Exactly.
in a
Any
lot of these
kind of
cases, it is.
any kind of threat of violence, this depiction of violence, then that falls into, like you said, malice intent, criminal intent. So anybody just be safe. Now, me personally, I'm in Virginia. I have firearms. I'm always protected. Always. But at the same token, I wouldn't want to have to use force on somebody over YouTube words. That's ridiculous. But people
And
take this.
also, I rely like a community helps. If the community gets part of it is the community lets it happen versus tries to keep it from happening. Like these people get support from segments of the community.
Exactly. Jeff, they egg them on, right? They almost like that.
Yeah,
They
or they
entice them.
validate them, or like
Yeah,
instead of
keep going, keep going, keep going. I'm a father.
when they get rewarded for it, they could continue doing because this is like their one little sense of power.
That's it. That's all it is. But
Ballgag, if you were watching, it was her connection. If you don't like the way I run my panel, go find another panel. Mike's talking because I'm letting him talk. Mike doesn't have the control of this panel. I run the panel. So that's me letting a guest talk. Your issue is with me. It's not with Mike. And I don't plan to change anything I'm doing today, so you're just going to have to go find another panel. Or see a therapist about your obsession with Mike.
and I'm sorry, the only reason I was saying all this is because I hope that she's listening and she can
She's
get,
here. She had a connection issue.
I just wanted her to get that validation to where, just be safe and be stern. That's all.
Yeah, I don't mind you telling your story related to this topic. So if other audience has a problem with hearing your story, they can go somewhere else. I think it was a relevant story, so that's why I'm letting you say it.
Gotcha. I got it.
And dox is a word in Scrabble, so you can use that for
It
points.
is.
DOXX or DOX?
I've just done DOX because to do two
Dox.
X's, you would need like a blank tile to use as a wild.
Oh, right, yeah. But you
What
probably
is-
get a lot of points.
What is your absolute favorite board game? Like just like you just
Cosmic
love it?
Encounter.
Settlers of Catan for me.
And we're looking for players, by the way, so if you're into gaming, hit us up in the Discord. Once we get enough players, we're going to start streaming some of the games.
I'm more
I could
ambitious
not-
about doing streams with Monopoly, but Settlers of Catan is my personal favorite.
I like checkers. I used to love playing checkers. Checkers are always fun. Old school.
I haven't played checkers. I think I might have played it with the kids when I was teaching.
So
Okay, let me play this video. The freak wants to show you his impersonation.
oh no. Oh jeez.
Oh, that's me like falling asleep from my
Here,
sickness.
let me give you
Look at this.
center
Look at
stage.
Joe. Joe's like passed out. He's
Okay.
like,
Just coming up. Hey Jeff, thanks for having me. It's great to see you. I know you guys are talking about the universe and God and everything that makes life curious and mysterious and wonderful. But what do you think about Parmesan cheese on a clam dip sandwich? That's it.
I gotta say, it's funny the second time. I was there when it happened, but I was also like half out.
That was bad. That was even funnier the second time around. Lilith, that is some shit. If you should not have happened. If you lost your job, first of all, be very careful about giving out your information. But if it had the consequences of you losing your job, A, you might have been at a dysfunctional workplace. I don't know the story. But B, that is definitely somebody crossing a major line on social media.
Bad.
well, that's legal. That's legal repercussions, Jeff. She can sue that person for defamation of character.
I would at least talk to someone. Either call your local law enforcement or talk to an attorney referral service and see what your options are.
They called my old job, right? I haven't worked there for 5 years, and they're calling he doesn't work here, and they keep call flooding that he doesn't work here. It's like stop.
I used to work at a job where the bill collectors would call and harass some of my coworkers, and part of my job was answering the phone. So I would curse them out every time they call and say, we have a no call policy here at work. Stop calling and harass. And then the bill collectors would say, why are you being so mean?
They took my picture from 5 years ago. A company I used to work at. Dude, they shrunk me down. I look like a midget. Like they shrunk me down. They made my face big. Like, dude, I am legitimately tall. I'm a tall guy. It's like they made me like this little guy. And it's just they're so invested. Like, do they have nothing?
Yeah,
else
I think
to
there's
do?
a pathology to some of it. I certainly do.
Yeah.
And I'm mostly more disturbed by them than their targets.
Yeah, it is what it is.
All right, I have to go pee. Y'all keep the conversation going, and I'll be
No
right
problem.
back.
No problem. So I think I think social media is a blessing because Joe, I would have never talked to you in my life. I would never talk to Moose or Busker. We would never meet or talk. But it's kind of cool to be able to just communicate with people that you would never communicate with. But the problem is that other people, bullies, and people with mental health issues, in a negative way, use this outlet to ease their own pain. They want to self-soothe themselves by putting someone else down, calling them fat, calling them ugly. I mean, people were saying things about my children. Like, dude, it's like, what? But to think about this, I'm not saying that about them. So these thoughts are in their mind. I had people putting pictures of my kids from Facebook online as their avatars when they're
That's just so
underage.
weird. That's weird.
You know, the guy was putting my grandson as his avatar. That's fucking weird. He's like 8 years old. You know, and it's like, and then the people in the room are justifying his behavior. And that's what disgusts me, that people won't stand up and say, you know what? That's not right. That's wrong. They're like Jeff said, yeah, get him, get him. What does my grandson have to do with anything on YouTube? Like, what is this? They go lower and lower and lower. That's what they try to do. And they're very sick people. Anybody who brings children in there, they're sick people. You
Well,
know,
even people just who had nothing to do with what happened, right? They just happen to know you,
they're off
you know.
limits. Yeah.
Yeah. But like if they don't have beef with that person, like why are they gonna bring them into it? That's definitely crossing a line.
They called my ex-wife's job to tell her what I'm doing on YouTube. She's like, well, we're not married anymore and it has nothing to do with me. Why are you calling my work? Like, why are you even contacting me? I don't know you. She's not up here. Like, why would you do stuff like that? These people are sick. They're mentally ill. They need counseling. They need help. They need medication. It's one thing for someone to have an ailment like autism or some kind of maybe slowness. I mean, I'm not saying that anyone is up here. I'm just saying, but to actually go after people's family, that's evil. That's pure evil. You know, someone called my ex job on a live stream and recorded it.
Hmm.
I don't even work there anymore. And this person comes on panel with me and tries to act like he's my friend. Like I
That's
forgot what you
crazy.
did. Like I forgot what he did. And these are drug addicts. A lot of the people are drug addicts. They are, you know. And I forgive him. As a Christian, I have to forgive him. But I don't like him. But these people, Jeff, what we're trying to say is these people, they go so low and so dirty in your personal life. It
Yeah,
makes me
that's what
wonder.
malice is. They're hateful, malicious people. They're trying to destroy.
But I enjoy being here. I enjoy having conversations with you guys. But the same token, I want to leave. I'm conflicted. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm
Like
conflicted.
leave YouTube.
Yes, yeah, just leave completely.
I'm good luck with that. I'm skeptical.
No,
But if you,
yeah, I'm very strong, Jeff. I'm very strong-willed. If I make up a decision, I make up a decision.
I
But
really
this is,
think there's a future in mental health for YouTube addiction and people
yeah,
trying to withdraw from YouTube and recover from YouTube. And I'm being completely serious.
I agree with you. It's like a interaction uh, addiction. Like you're addicted to interacting with people. If that makes sense.
Yeah, and I'm a people person. Like even me putting limits on my streams is kind of a way of I'm doing it partly to help get the channel structured and monetized, but partly for my own personal, like to put some limits on
Sure,
how
I
much
understand.
time I spend with the people.
Well, I gotta say, like internet in general, addiction is rife everywhere. So it's not just YouTube.
Yeah,
Like
Mm.
you're right. Facebook. I was AOL addict, Twitter addict. I've been all the kind of addicts.
Twitter,
social
X, all
media.
that, yeah.
But I'm an extrovert. I get stimulated from interaction with people. That's part of extroversion. So it's not really a pathology. I just need to pay attention to the effects it has on other areas of my life.
Mhm.
Mm,
And then a lot of it, like we're social creatures, so loneliness. We crave contact with other members of our species.
that's right.
But you ever
We
notice that
learn and
there's
grow from each other. We get mirroring from each other. We see our own selves reflected in each other. Like we need all of that. We crave all of that. Our psychology
do,
needs
do,
that.
do you ever feel like this? I feel like this a lot of times. Like you'll be on a stream or you'll be on back-to-back streams, and then at one point something just clicks in your mind, and you want to be silent. You want to just go relax. Like something. So in other words, you've had your fill of attention, and then you just want to kind of shut it
For
off
like how long?
for the rest of the night. Like in other
Oh
words,
yeah, I've had it. Yeah, for like for the day, I've had that. But by
sorry.
the next day, it's or even a few hours later, I'm ready to go again.
Yeah. But you
Oh
you
my
need
God, were you an AOLer since? That's where I got started, 1998.
I
oh my
remember the
goodness.
You've Got Mail voice.
You've
You
got
got mail.
mail.
The first internet I've ever had was web TV. You know what web TV is? You
I
got to look it up.
remember it, yeah, kind of vaguely. Is that where you did the internet through the TV?
Yes,
Yeah.
with your cable wire.
Yeah.
It was web TV, and you could go into chat rooms. You can go into chat rooms. You couldn't see anybody. There was no camera, but it
That's
was
right.
all chat. It was all
Yeah.
chatting.
That was old school. What was it? I lost it.
Shout out to the moose. Freak just gave you a shout out. Thank you, Freak. Here, you deserve some fanfare for that. This
The
is for the
freak.
moose. He said shut out, so maybe Freud was typing for him there, but
Well,
shout
DeFrank,
out
if
to
you're
the moose.
listening, I love the
Thank you.
impersonation. Loved it. It was awesome.
What? The AOL guy died? I thought it was a lady. You've got mail. Oh, I guess it
You
was a guy.
Dude,
remember
that
that
was a
guy?
robot.
What's that
You
guy?
got
John
mail.
McAfee, that guy who had the famous virus
Oh
stuff.
yeah. Did he just pass? Now there's a conspiracy theory about he's not really dead.
Dude, my
Yeah.
friend interviewed him.
Okay, Lilith is trying to come back. Let's see if she can. It looks like she's having connection issues because she keeps dropping off. But maybe we'll get to hear her story one day.
McAfee was certainly a character. I mean,
Yeah, he was like how do you say that, Jeff? When you're like Jeff Goldblum, like eccentric. How do you say that word?
Eccentric,
Eccentric. Yeah, eccentric.
like most of us here.
But he
No,
also
And by the way, there's 12 minutes to get
he
in.
was, he was
What?
also obviously a drunk too.
13 more super chats. Start throwing those dollars if you want more of this. Otherwise,
Make it
I'm
rain.
shutting it down in about 15 minutes.
Gotta make it rain. Gotta make it rain.
Okay, let's try Lilith again.
I'll be right. I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back. Oh,
Some water. All right.
my
Hello,
wolf.
Lilith.
Welcome back.
Are you coming in?
That. Yes, am
Uh-oh.
I speaking over
Oh,
everybody?
no, that's a lot better.
Yeah,
A lot
that's
better.
good. That's good.
I
Definitely.
know, I'm sorry. I'm just speaking. Well, I
You're
love
okay.
you, but I think
Oh,
you
it's
have
doing it
like
again.
some
It was. Let's try it anyway. Go ahead, and we'll see.
Okay, hell Satan.
Oh shit.
Are you serious?
Talk a little bit, like say like a few sentences, and then
She
I'll be
Okay.
said
able to
hail.
tell.
She said hail Satan.
Oh, hell, Satan. I thought she said, "How's Dayton?"
I
Like-
thought she said hail Satan.
Dayton, Ohio.
I was born in Romania. I was born in Romania of Serbian and German descent, and I
Uh-oh.
This is not.
That's.
good.
I tried the
It's not
echo
my
cancellation,
mic,
and
it's
that's what
my
happened.
accent. You know?
No, your accent's fine, believe me. Your
Oh,
accent should not be a barrier here, especially lately. No, I think it was just your connection. But you said
so
you were
what do
born
I
in
do
Armenia.
though? Like I don't know how to like.
She said Romania. Romania.
Romania, yeah. That's the good
Oh,
country.
okay. Romania.
So Lilith, did you know Dracula personally?
Bromania. Well, hang on. Let her finish hers. You said Serbian parents.
Dracula doesn't exist, but that's a different story. But they still believed, my grandparents believed in vampires. They believed that any newborn that was born with a cap over
Mhm.
the heads, that they were going to be a vampire and a zombie, wake up from the dead. So they were putting, literally, I've seen it with my own eyes. They were putting, what the heck you call them? You're putting, not screws, but nails, like big nails in
What?
four corners of
Oh, not on their eyes.
grave,
Yo, you
and they
Romanians are
were putting
crazy.
garlic. And every night, listen to how crazy Romania is. Romania is a crazy country, guys. Don't go there. I left it in '98, and I just went back, and I'm like running right back here. I'm like, I don't want
Oh.
to be there because Romania. And I'm a Satanist, and I apologize to everybody
Oh, well,
who's not.
welcome.
But
Nice,
thank you.
Lilith. That's thus the name.
We have to
Oh,
fight. Lilith, I'm a Christian, so we have to fight now. I have to fight Jeff. I have to
I'm a
fight you.
Christian
no,
Satanist.
don't
I'll
fight me.
mediate.
I'm a good person. I'm a very empathic. I'm against death penalty. I'm against, like, you guys don't know me. I love animals. I am a very, very good person. Just the fact that I'm not a Christian doesn't make me a bad person, you
Yes,
know?
absolutely. I believe Satanism can be a force of good in the world.
Lilith, what attracted
Yes.
you? What attracted you to Satanism? What attracted to you to it? Like, what
So
drove you to it?
I didn't know I was a Satanist. I don't know back. So you want to hear the story, like, you shut and
Oh,
shut
you're
up.
cutting out again.
Do you want me to hear what happened?
Did you move the phone? Is it like the direction you're moving
Okay,
the
let me
phone?
move the
Maybe.
phone. Let's move. Let's go around.
I think God is interrupting this broadcast right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they don't want this message to
life.
get out.
Started studying the current 200 chaos, and since then I chaos life. So yeah,
Oh, I want to hear this so
I'm not
bad. It's
surprised. Can
cutting
you guys
out.
hear me better now?
No, it's cutting you out.
Get close to the router. Get close to the router, and then you'll have a better connection.
But now,
Let's
now
try it. Let's try it.
better?
I hear a strange.
No,
I hear a strange buzzing noise. It's intriguing.
but okay, now.
Go-
You can also try like going off of the Wi-Fi if you have a data plan and using your data plan. Yeah, I hear the buzzing too.
Yeah. Hey, more power to you.
Echo cancellation is okay. I'm gonna put cover now. See me now?
It's worse.
Just got a
Worse.
bad connection. Really bad connection.
Yeah, like maybe do you have a Wi-Fi plan where you can use the satellite instead of a data plan where you can go off of
Um,
the phone service instead of the
there is nothing wrong with my data plan.
Oh, it knocked her off. Damn, I'm
Yeah,
getting teased with the
yeah, I
satanic
know.
origin story. I do believe Satanists are born, not made. So when we say we converted to Satanism, what we actually did is discover that we are Satanists and that there is such a thing as Satanism that we didn't realize our whole lives. Otherwise, we would have been one way earlier. That's what I discovered about myself. Is I was a Satanist my whole life. I just didn't know it was called Satanism.
I
So
like
it's
hearing
more like a
someone.
self-revelation than a conversion.
Sure. I just like hearing someone's story, how they got to that point. It's just interesting to hear.
Me too. I think we need more
Yeah.
satanic stories on here.
We should make a book. Jeff's satanic
Yes,
story.
exactly. Yes, this. I get. I totally get what she's saying here.
Oh my goodness. Mm. Yeah, Romania. I've never talked to someone from Romania before. I've never even met anybody from Romania. You know.
Well, Lilith, I'm here every day at the same time, so I'll be here tomorrow too. And if you're able to, maybe the connection will be better. Maybe it's a solar flare or something. Oh, she's gonna try again.
I'm back.
Okay.
Hello, Satan's hotline. How can we help you?
Can you hear me?
Oh, it's still pretty bad.
Hi, I can hear you guys fine. I can hear you completely fine.
Well, actually, you're muffled now, but it's not roboting as much. So we can try it.
Hey,
It's
you
just
can
a little
listen.
muffled.
You can listen to the playback to see what's going on. If you listen to the playback.
Oh yeah, if you watch it after the stream, you can
Yeah.
kind of hear how it was
Yeah.
sounding.
So I just wanted to share really quickly, like how I woke up. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
I
Yeah.
just wanted to
So
share.
far.
Oh, great.
How'd
So
you
how I woke up. So one day I had this dream. So in my dream, there were three. So listen to this. Listen, I had 3 dreams, one after another, that woke me up to where I was, to who I was. Because essentially, you are born one. You can't become one. There is no way to become one. And I'm not here preaching. You can't become one. You are what you are. So I am who I am. So I can't change who I am. You can take me to a church, I'll run out of it. I'll freaking run out of a church. Okay? That happened to me. So I was in my 20s, and in my dream, there were 3 little babies, naked babies. By the way, I have no children, flying above me. And I took each one of them and I tossed them over the window. Bam, thump, thump, 3 of them in my dream. I woke up from my dream. That was my first dream. I woke up and I felt different. I felt like I'm not, because I was going through a divorce and I was going through, you have to understand, I'm Gen X, I'm older. So I was going through a divorce and I was going through things. And oh my gosh, I felt free again. I'm like, oh my God, I'm free. I'm free again. The next dream I had, I was flying above the clouds, and there were stormy clouds. There were clouds just moving. They were like moving. I don't know which way. I don't remember which way they were moving. And I don't know what even. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
I can hear you.
Okay, I'm gonna finish this really quickly, okay? Because I don't want to keep up the mic because I don't want to hog anything. So there was the name Ezekiel. First of all, I've never read the Bible. I was always against the Bible. In Romania, we didn't. My mom was a Christian. My dad was the atheist. I was never forced to go to church. I hated the church. I didn't want to go. Didn't want nothing to do with it. Never read the Bible. I know who Ezekiel was. I had to Google it. That was after 2000. I think it was maybe like 2002. And I had to Google the name. I had no clue it was even existing. It looked like blood written words on above me, and I was already above the skies, but that is above me. And a voice asked me, "Are you scared?" And I say, "No, I'm not scared."
What the fuck?
The same time, 2000, well, not the same time, 2005, I started studying. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
My phone
Yep.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes.
started studying the 218 current, EMLO, misanthropic Luciferian order. But I studied a lot. Like I started from, like, if you guys remember, Jeff maybe remembers because he has the t-shirt on. If you guys remember Jury of Satan, the stupid, Nazis. I don't do Nazism. So I'm sorry if you're a Nazi. I'm not particular. I don't
I'm a
like
gay
you.
Nazi, gay satanic Nazi.
Well, I'm sorry. Okay. All right. That's
Just,
okay. I'm sorry. I
just kidding.
apologize. I don't like Nazis. But I started with Jury of Satan, and I went to Ona, and I don't like all. I ran away from them. I went Temple of Set, and then I progressed to the Temple of the Black Light, and I just started learning about Gnosticism, because in the end of the whole thing, it's not about I don't belong to any group. I
Mm-hmm.
don't have any association with any group. It's about gnosis, about knowledge, right? So I'm sorry, you guys, you lost. I think a lot of people
No,
just
no,
left.
you good. No, they were dropping off anyway because it's about to wrap
So
up.
that's when I had. That's when basically I realized who I was.
From the
So when I
dreams,
not from my dreams, from
the study.
learning, from studying and both the dreams, and then awakening and seeing orbs in my, literally seeing black spiky orbs, which are, I found out many years later from ChatGPT. How many years is 2004 to 2024? 20 years later, I found out what they meant. They meant chaos. Chaos is entering my life to destroy illusion. So the illusion of life that we live in the illusion that everything is an illusion. I knew that since I was born, but everything made sense to me. But anyway,
So Lilith,
mhm.
Lilith, do you think that we live in a false reality, that this is not even real, that we're actually in a
Of course
matrix,
it's
that this
not
is not
real
even?
because we were okay. First of all, I don't know what the truth is. I'm still learning. I'm still there to find out. Okay, but do you want my theories on it?
I
One,
want to I want to ask you, because you said you had these multiple dreams and you had babies flying above you. Could those be possibly, because sometimes in a dream a baby's an angel. So I'm not
I
sure if
was
you can prove
baptized
this.
in Christianity. You have to remember, my mom was a Christian. I was baptized in a church. That was me living baptism. I realized many years later what it meant. I didn't even know what it meant back then.
So you were baptized, but you went away from it to to a different
The dark
denomination, of
side.
course. You're the dark side. I was trying not to say it, but
I'm sorry, I meant the
it's
dog. I
no, it's okay.
apologize.
It's
But I'm a
fascinating.
good person. So hold on. I'm very
Well, let me finish.
empathic.
Let me
I love
finish. Let me
Well,
finish.
no, let her finish. She has the mic.
I love animals. I'm not a fan of people, but I feel their pain and I help them. If somebody is in hurting, I help them. That doesn't mean I want to procreate. I don't have children, and nor do I ever want to. But
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Do you love animals because they don't judge you? You think humans judge you?
no, no,
Okay.
no, 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 no. It's not that. It's it could
Well,
be.
real quick. Shift is still curious about the doxing thing in your job.
So I didn't. I had one night where I spoke about. I didn't even. I don't think I spoke about Satanism necessarily. I spoke about my private life, going to a breakup to a guy online. He apparently they have a Discord and they have multiple channels and talk about people and they go and post their pic. And I sent that guy. I never sent him naked pictures or anything. It was just like my face or whatever. Older man, just older in his 60s and things like that. And ended up on the Discord, and they ended up, these people are ex-Marines, ex-FBI agents. I had no idea. They
Whoa.
yeah.
Whoa. Whoa.
uh,
Yeah.
Anyway,
So,
And so they that's the kind of stuff they told your employer, like they.
they my employer was very vague about it. They said that they received information about me that does not make me a good fit anymore in the company, even though I worked there for almost a year. And that's all they said to me. And
They
then
didn't show you that happened to me too.
I went to the
Somebody
police.
filed a
No,
complaint and they don't
wait.
show you
No,
what's in the complaint.
I don't know who it was. Was it them? Was it somebody in their channel? Was it somebody in their Discord? I don't even have Discord. I have no idea. I don't know who did it in
And the
particular.
company wouldn't
I went to
say.
the cops. Hold on. The cops wanted my phone. They wanted my cell phone. They said, we have to take your phone to forensics to find out all the communications, to find
Oh
out
yeah.
who it is. So I declined to that because I'm not going to give my phone unless you I'm not doing that on my own.
yeah, they have to scrub your phone. They have to basically go in and scrub your phone. The techs would do that all the time. They'd go in. They have a certain program they can hook up to your phone and they can pull all the data out of it. So yeah, they can do that. Um,
Yeah,
but if it's online, you have to take the computer, you have to take the modem down to the actual station. If it's on
it was on my
online,
phone.
yeah.
My actual computer died, I think, about a year ago, and I never bought another
Well,
one.
Everyone's switching their phones now. I don't know how
I
they
don't
do
think
it all on the
you.
phone, but
I know.
um,
Well, did you see Elon Musk is making the phone that you can't hack? Did you see that?
You
that you
know
can't
what?
hack yet.
I
Yeah.
cannot wait for the day. I hate Musk, but I can't wait for the day where my consciousness is uploaded online, so I
Oh
don't have this
God,
body.
that's from my ex. He was a transhumanist. He wanted to download
I
his brain
don't
onto a
want to
computer.
be in a
Oh,
biological, like,
Mm.
very self-limiting body, and I want to be because I already have a consciousness thing. My consciousness, every dream I have is above the earth. I've been to the moon. I've been everywhere. I've studied local since
Whoa.
2005. Since I woke up to the reality, I've studied so much, and I don't want to be here. Like,
Do
that
you?
doesn't
So do
mean I
you
want
have?
to kill myself. No, 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 no,
No,
no.
Lilith, do you have very vivid dreams? When you wake up, do you feel like you're still in the dream, like it's a
Visions,
lucid
and
dream?
I actually
Yeah.
can control my dreams. I actually have been, and when you become lucid in your dreams, you cannot read numbers and things. Well, I did read numbers and things, and I've seen things that explain so much to me, and the fact that I'm a natural psychic, and I'm not boasting myself. I've been that my whole life. I don't know why. I knew things about people. I just knew.
yeah. My
It's
supervisor was a psychic. She was the same way,
I can
like
pick up
hyper
on things.
empath.
I can pick up on things, and I think it's all about energy. I think some people can read other people's energy. They can read where they're thinking, where they're going, and it's pattern of behavior. I think Jeff, you're good at that, picking up
Yeah, I
on
think part of
patterns.
it's pattern recognition, but then part of it's
Yeah,
vibe and intuition, and that's the part I'm
yeah.
not good at. So I'm good at the pattern part, but not at the what she's talking about, the energy part, picking up on the energy.
So Jeff, put me and you together. We'll be the super psychic. We'll be like the super psychic. We'll be on Dr. Phil. That's
I don't
right,
want to
people.
scare anybody. I'm new here. I have no clue. I just jumped in like a new, like a
Did you just
fish
found
out
this
of the
randomly on
water.
YouTube?
I so this is what happened to me. So this guy there is somebody that I'm not gonna mention. I'm not gonna talk about it here because it's no point because you guys don't know it. No, you don't know them. It's part of the First Amendment community, which I'm a big believer in our constitutional rights.
Yeah, me
So
too.
this guy he is doxing somebody as we speak. So I just had to get it off of my chest, and the only people who joined my chat were trolls. They were trolling me. So
Yeah.
I just Googled who is live, and I'm sorry, that's how I ended up on this panel.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I think.
Like
Well, I think Jeff
through
would welcome
Google
you
or through
anytime.
YouTube? This a
Through
search.
YouTube, through YouTube, through YouTube search.
Well,
What
oh,
the?
that's good to
Just my
know. That
Google, because I don't do other Googles.
okay.
Well, yeah,
Make
it's algorithm. So you probably were on another panel where maybe Jeff was on at one point, and maybe it kind of linked up there. But no, I'm sure Jeff would welcome you on his panel anytime. I'm sure he would. It's up to Jeff, of course.
Yeah, I'm here
No.
every. In fact, it's time to wrap
Yeah.
up today. I've thoroughly enjoyed this chat and hearing these stories. But I am here every day, same time, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. So I'll be back tomorrow. I may every now and then I do an evening stream as well, but for sure tomorrow at the same time.
you
Well,
So
guys
you're
Lilith,
take
always
care.
welcome
Take
back.
care. Take
Lilith,
care. Thank you.
It was great to meet you. It's great to meet you.
I
Yes.
didn't mean to. I didn't mean to kick
Yeah.
people
No,
out. I
you. This is what
wanted.
it's here for. You didn't interrupt anything. It's a drop in. So welcome.
You guys take care. I can't see comment. I'm on my phone.
You
Okay.
too. We'll talk again.
Bye.
Take care. All right, Mike.
Woo,
You got.
woo wee, Jeff. Woo wee.
Yeah,
that
I
was
like.
that
I
was
love when Satanists find me and
a,
drop by.
they're lurking on you. They're in the bushes looking for you. No, but
I
no,
hope
great
so.
conversation.
Maybe I'll find my satanic daddy. You have
Yes.
anything you want to close with?
No, I just another great stream. Everybody enjoy. Hook up Jeff. This is not free and easy. This is a lot of work to do. So hit the like and send Jeff some Popeyes chicken or something. Do something.
Yes.
Come
Yes.
on.
Popeye's chats.
The guy needs to eat.
I'm gonna. It looks like Zat's streaming right now, Zatoichi. So I'll send you to his panel. There's his link if you're looking for another panel. He has
I'm
one
good.
going.
I'm take a
And
break.
like I said, I may be around tonight, may not. So if not, look for me tomorrow at the same time, and I'll see
If you
everybody
come
then.
on, Jeff, if you come on later, I'll be there. I'll be there, brother. And
Okay.
it'll be more chaos and nonsense just over and over again. So yeah, just let me know. But yeah, just come up later. Come up later. But hey man, have a great night. Do your thing. And that was an interesting conversation. It was.
Yeah, I
So
think it was too.
hopefully she comes back and hangs out some more. So all right,
All
my
right. Well,
friend.
take care.
Have a good night, man.
Until next time. Okay, that's it. Enjoy the rest of your day. And if I don't see you tonight, I'll see you tomorrow. Hail Satan. Take care.